Hi, hello, how is it going? I am in pain, but we are gonna make it through. Hi. I don't have a playlist. I gotta add that to the, I gotta make a list of words that or a list of phrases that I constantly say. I should add that in there. I need like a sticky note. I'll have one. Because I always say, I don't have a playlist. I don't have a playlist. Should go on the bingo sheet. Okay. I don't really know what I want to listen to either. Got this daily mix in here. Let's make a playlist. Oh, this one looks good. Let's do this. Okay, yeah, let's do this one. So I don't have chat pulled up, which is awesome. I forgot to hit that button. Forgot to hit the chat button, that's great. Make that tinier. Hi Mac, hi Yo, hi Inu. Where's my lip balm? Where's my lip balm? Yo. Oh my god, it's so annoying because I know as soon as I get up, it's literally going to be right in front of my face. The minute I get up, it's going to be right in front of my face. What the hell? No, there it is. See, I didn't even have to get up. I was like, I just keep lifting stuff until I find it. Okay. There I am. I still, like, my desk is still like a hot mess. What? I know people like to fix up their house once they move in like sections. I can't really work like that. I just kind of do things at my own pace. You know, it's like, okay, I do a little bit of the kitchen, I do a little bit of the living room, I do a little bit of the bedroom, until everything's kind of just put together, you know. It's kind of very funny because it's literally how I draw too. It's like you do a little bit of everything. You can't focus on one thing at the same time. This is what my professor told me. It's like you have to move around the page. You cannot get fixated on details. You're drawing worse because of it. I was like, damn, hurtful, but true. Hurtful but true. Wanted to thank you again. Found that song for the lake, he said. And if you're welcome. You're welcome. You are. You're welcome. Anytime you need a song, I got you. Not anytime, but I got you for sure. I do. I hope everybody had a good day. My day was tiring. I mean, I slept most of the day. Just because my body is really, really achy. I didn't think I fell that hard, to be honest with you. Like, I knew I fell, like, again. I knew I fell onto the asphalt, like, point blank, period. But, like, I walked it off. It's crazy. I hate that. I hate delayed reaction pain. Like, I can feel worse the next day. Like, I would have preferred if I felt bad in that moment, to be honest, compared to me feeling bad today, because I had shit that I was supposed to do today. I had a lot of stuff I was supposed to be doing today. I was actually supposed to do my hair, because I've been meaning to do my hair for, like, a hot minute. And I was like, oh my god, I'll do my hair this weekend. It'll be nice. I'll listen to a podcast. I listened to a little podcast, you know. I'll play some Tamagotchi Life. I was like, I already planned out how today was supposed to go. I was supposed to have an hour of Tamagotchi Life in the morning. I was supposed to take my pain medication. I had an appointment with my doctor because my last medication wasn't working. So when I switched to another medication, they wanted to make sure that it was working, which it's kind of working, but I'm not getting like side effects at the moment because I was getting really bad side effects on the last medication that I was on, which is also really funny at the appointment. The appointment was also really funny because I came to meet my doctor, and my doctor was like, so do you feel any better? And I was like, not really. And they were like, are you serious? Like, what? Like, they literally were like so shocked. They were like, oh. Oh. What do you mean you don't feel better? I was like, I don't feel better. I was like, I don't feel worse. That's a plus. I don't feel worse, but I definitely don't feel better. They were like, really? Like, it was so... The way I'm describing it is I almost burst into laughter because I was like, what is going on? They were like, I was just so excited. Like, I thought maybe it was gonna work. I was like, no. No, that was not the case. So we'll see though. You know, maybe it needs some time to marinate inside of my body. Some time to marinate. They were like, damn, really? I was like, no, the meds didn't work, bud. I was like, were they supposed to? I mean, I don't feel any different. They were like, nothing changed. I was like, not really. Not really. They were so sad. I was like, I've never seen a doctor this sad. I was like, damn. I was like, I don't want to lie to you, but like, yeah, I didn't do shit. I'm sorry. I don't. Does he need more time? They were like, let's have more time. Let's have more time. They did prescribe me more medication. So they were like, damn, that's crazy. It didn't work. Okay, man. Let's look over the books. I was like, okay, sure. So we'll see. We'll see. Maybe in like a month, I'll be like, oh my god, guys, I feel so much better. I have so much energy. My disability isn't kicking my ass. We'll see. I'm hoping. I'm like, that would be great, actually. Actually. Hi, Emblem. Hi, but no, I really had plans. I was supposed to do that, have a visit with my doctor, and then I was going to finish doing my hair today, so I'd be ready for work tomorrow. And that shit didn't work, because I woke up in the morning and I was in so much fucking pain. I woke up in the morning and my body hurt like shit. My body hurt like shit. My body hurt bad. My legs were in pain, and they're still in pain. Like when I can't really rub them together because it hurts really bad when they touch each other, like my legs. And like my arms hurt really bad. My wrist doesn't hurt at all though. Like no pain in my wrist. So hell yeah. I was like, hell fucking yeah. There's no pain in my wrist. Yay. Which is actually really great because like I type a lot at work, obviously. So I was like, I'm gonna need that to kick in by Sunday. I'm gonna need that. It's like, maybe I'll type with my left hand. I don't know. You do another soak today? I did not do another soak today, but I will be doing another soak today. After stream, I'll do another soak. Hopefully I'll go to bed on time. Yay, hopefully you don't get too wrapped up in talking. Hopefully I don't get too wrapped up in talking. Ooh. Otherwise, I'll have to do a soak tomorrow. After I'm done with work. After I'm done to the 9 to 5. I'll do another soak. Fingers crossed. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, I'm not taking it too hard. I mean, I'm just gonna take more meds, and then if the pain prolongs over the week, then I'll go visit my doctor again. But I think I'm just really sore. I think I'm just really, really sore, and it will probably fix itself by next week. So I was actually looking forward to next week because I had basically all of my meetings canceled next week, Wednesday. So basically I got a free day, which is not great, right? Because then it's like you're not making money if you're not at work, right? But I was like, I'm gonna go to bed. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna stream like super long and I don't have to think about it. And then literally on Thursday when I was at work, like one of my clients was like, do you have availability for more meetings? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, I actually do. And they're like, do you have any on a Wednesday? I was like, yeah. yeah, I do actually. I could have lied. I could have been like, no, but it's like, also I should probably be making money in this economy. So every time I think about it, I'm like, oof. I'm like, oof, I can't be doing that. That's our anniversary. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Whose anniversary? Whose anniversary? Whose anniversary are you talking about? Whose anniversary are you talking about? Pupversary? What does that mean? What does the pupversary mean? My stomach started hurting. What does that mean? my stomach started hurting. Is that a good sign or a bad sign? Should I be worried about that? Ooh. It's crazy too because I want a Red Bull and that's not gonna fix anything. But I think I'm just craving caffeine. It's not even caffeine. Because caffeine doesn't really affect me that much. I think it's just like the taste of Red Bull. Genuinely, I enjoy the taste of Red Bull. I don't necessarily like Monster. Actually, yes, I do. I like Monster too. I like the original flavor of Monster. Hot take. I think all the other Monster flavors are really bad. That's like my hottest take. I know everybody loves, especially like femboys, they love like white Monster. I think all the other Monster flavors are really bad. Like they don't taste good at all. Especially like Monster Juice. Yeah, even the white one. Even like Monster Juice. I think Monster Juice is terrible. It's terrible juice. It's terrible juice. I think that's why I like Red Bull, even though you get less drank. Because Red Bull actually tastes good, like all the flavors for the most part. Because watermelon Red Bull is so bad, and that's so upsetting to me. Watermelon Red Bull is bad. Pineapple Red Bull is okay. I am drinking Monster. I chug Monster when I have a really, really exhausting day and I need to just get to the end. Red Bull is like a casual pick me up. It's like, I will just drink a Red Bull for fun, you know, because it just tastes good. But like, I drink a Monster if I need to like lock in. Like, I drank Monster pretty much the entire weekend that I moved in. I drank my entire reserve of Monster. I was drinking nothing but Monster because I needed to be awake. I need to be awake, and I was like, I cannot afford to go to sleep. Because the one time I did go to sleep, I literally almost missed picking up my family from the airport. And I was like, oh, I can't do this again. So I had to chug Monster that whole weekend. I had to chug Monster that whole weekend. It's Monster and pain meds that whole weekend was my primary diet. And my family, who are perpetual eaters, mind you, which is like, I love that about them actually, because I do think that like food builds community, so I appreciate that. But like, not when I'm trying to get stuff done. They are perpetual eaters because they're always asking, so when are we gonna eat some? So when are we gonna eat some? When are we gonna do some? Anybody want a snack? Is anybody thirsty? Like, they always need a little yum yum, as Satan always likes to say. I need a little yum yum. I need a little yum yum. I can't really get through this if you don't have a yum yum. I need something in my mouth. Need a little taste. But the problem is, I can't eat because I'll go to bed. It's the one time that I'm really not trying to hear about food. Because if I eat anything, I literally go, I need a nap, like right after I eat. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are. I hope you're doing well. Hi. I need a nap. I need a nap. I don't know. I need a nap every single time. Frankly, I think I still need a nap because I was so full. Maybe that's why my tummy's hurting a little bit. I didn't even eat that much. I don't know why I'm so full. After every meal, I literally go have a nap. Like that ass. But that's probably because my digestive system, because of my chronic illness, is like super out of whack. So I digest food really slowly. So I actually do need a nap. Like my body just needs to shut down. I call it my powering off time. I power off the system. Hi, love your model. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So sweet. Shin is so cute, little yum yum. It's cute up until you're trying to like get work done and they're talking about, so where's the food at? And it's like, oh my god, can we just like lock in for a minute? Can we all lock in? Because like even as we were moving, as a quick aside, like as we were moving, the whole time they were like, so where's the nearest 7-Eleven? I was like, guys, can we finish? Can we finish? At that point, chew some gum, but chewing some gum is not the same. You need a little, see, you're not listening, you're not understanding. They need a little taste. You need a little something to fill the gut. As Satan will say, I need something to patch me up. I need something to patch me up. You know, we need a little patch up. And they were also late to helping. Like, the move-in took longer, too, because they kept stopping at places to go get snacks. Like, my family kept stopping to go get snacks. Like, they'd call me because we were driving in separate cars. Like, they were driving the U-Haul, and I was driving my car. And, like, I arrived at the places first, and I was like, where are you guys? Like, you guys actually should have beaten me here, because I left later than you guys. They're like, oh, yeah, we're at the 7-Eleven. Do you want anything? I was like, yes. Yes, actually. I do want something. And also, can you guys, like, hurry up? Let's get over here. It's it's only super fun when I don't have anything going on, because I'm like, yes, let's eat the whole day. Let's just eat the whole day. Yes, so much fun. Because actually, Satan called me today. I forgot about that. Satan called me today. And they were planning to go get food. I'm like, why are you guys calling me? So I can be jealous you guys are getting food without me? I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this right now. I don't want to hear this. I want to see this over FaceTime. Hang up. I don't want to see this. I was like, oh my god, you guys are having a cute little day, huh? Without me. Crazy. Crazy. I wish for nothing but at-home meals when I'm gone. No. You can't go out without me. My parent loves saying they walk with their stomach. That's the best person to be around. Honestly and truly. I actually wouldn't even be able to date anybody. I don't like having friends that don't like to eat. Matter of fact. And I definitely would not be able to date anybody that wouldn't want to go get a little snack. And you might be like, who doesn't want to do that? A lot of people don't want to do that. Actually, a lot of people are like, aren't you full? So you don't want ice cream, is what I'm hearing? Like, you don't want a little snack? Even a cookie? Like, you don't want like a hot cookie? Like a little snack. Like, you don't want something? Like, right now I'm full. I am full. I don't know if someone came here with some coffee ice cream, a little whipped topping. I'd eat. I'd eat. I'd eat that. A little drink, you know, a cold drink. I'd eat. I drink. I don't like it when people are like, aren't you full? I'm so stuffed I couldn't eat anything else, wouldn't even want anything else. And obviously, like, you don't have to eat, like, nonstop, but it's like, some people just don't enjoy food, is my thing. Like, I actually enjoy food. Like, some people just don't enjoy food. And I can't really be around other people that, like, don't actually enjoy food. In my personal opinion. My god. I feel like I should look at my hot pack, because I don't know why my side... It's not even my tummy. It's not even my tummy. It's like, I have pain in, like, my side. When was the last time I took my meds? Hours ago. Hours ago. I think I can take more meds. Look at this. Let me take a look at this. Let me take a look at this. Well, I didn't have alcohol today. I'm just not seeing. My body doesn't like telling me, hey, we want food. That's because you have incorrect hunger cues. You gotta work on that. Sorry. Sorry, I realized the way I said that as soon as I said it. It sounded mean. It sounded mean, not like, you know. That's because your hunger cues are out of whack. Because you have a disordered relationship with food. And your body's not sending cues to your mind to tell you that you're hungry. For whatever reason. Obviously, I don't know what's going on inside your body. I don't know what's going on with your life. But if you don't experience hunger cues, that's because there's something amiss with your mind and your body. For whatever reason, your mind is not telling your body that you're hungry. Your mind is just not telling you. Which, to be fair, a lot of people have disordered eating. This is different than an eating disorder, mind you. Separate terms. A lot of people, I think especially in the Western world, have disordered eating. I.e., you think that you eat normally, which, you know, there are a million different ways to eat. Eating is not measured by 3 square meals and snacks and water. You know, some people need less food, some people need more food, but some people, like, go the whole day without eating anything, and then they're like, I felt fine the whole day. It's like, They're having their first meal at 5 p.m. That's not an eating disorder. You have disordered eating, right? Like, your body actually does need food, whether you realize it or not, right? And I'm not saying to eat breakfast or lunch. You mean define it however you want to do it, but, you know, it's also not, like, healthy. It's also not healthy, and it's probably why your body isn't sending hunger cues. Like, do you eat at regular times? Like, do you carve out space to actually have a meal? Do you eat at regular times? Mind you, this is also self parenting, which is something that a lot of people struggle with, a lot of adults struggle with. They struggle with parenting themselves, i.e., telling yourself, I am going to take a break in order to have an actual lunch. I am going to take a break in order to have an actual dinner. I'm not going to work during my dinner. I'm also going to eat at the exact same time or around the same time every single day because that's healthy for me, because it's going to get my hunger cues back in motion and actually tell me when I'm starting to feel things. You have like a disorganized relationship with your mind and body. Which, again, very normal for the average person and also not healthy, right? Things can be normal and also not a healthy way of existing. Hi, Aftons. Hi-yo.
The nerd came out of me because you know I do this for a living. I do actually study the brain. You know,
Where are my glasses? Where are my glasses?
I do actually study the brain, and this is kind of my area of expertise. It's actually my area of expertise, so I didn't go to school for nothing.
How am I doing? My tummy hurts. I should probably go get my hot pack, but like I just want to get up, so I'm hoping the meds. I just took some meds, so I'm hoping they make me feel better. But if they don't, then I'll go get my hot pack and lay me like half an hour. Maybe like half an hour. Yeah. It also doesn't help that like the things that I went to school for are things that I actually have hyperfixations about. So I'm like, actually, that's not the correct term. Actually, the reason you're feeling this is because of this. Top 10 things my family is not trying to hear. They're like, why do I feel so bad? I'm like, well, maybe. Like, we're not trying to hear that bookworm shit. I'm like, right, for sure. For sure. Anyway, I have a list of things that I want to talk about. And we're going to talk about them, and then I'm going to leave, and I'm going to go bed. I will go bed. I will play some Tamagotchi Life, maybe. I didn't even play Tamagotchi Life today. I think I played for like 30 minutes, and then I had to put it down. Because my body hurts so bad. But there are a lot of things I want to talk about. But I'm going to start them. How long has this stream already been going on? Oh, 30 minutes. 30. You know you have 30 minutes? Okay. I'm going to start with my. Thank you for the head pats. I'm going to start with James Charles. This is going to be a long one, which is why I'm starting with it, because I want to get it out of the way. Because I have a lot to say. First of all, James Charles has always been a bad person. I don't know why people are now having a revelation, a second coming about James Charles, when James Charles has always been a bad person. He has always been a bad person. Always. And if you're uninformed, which I'd be like, I guess you're chronically offline if you're like, who's James Charles? James Charles is an American YouTuber, TikToker, internet personality that has been around since what? A while. Been around since what? Let me look at his wiki. I've been around since what, 2019? No. Before that. 2014, 2015. 2019 is when he started getting really, really popular. He's been around since then. He got extremely popular basically off of a tweet that he had made. This is why I say, like, when people are like, why do you tweet everything all the time? You never know. Why do you tweet everything all the time? You never know when your come up might be. You literally have to be shameless online because you never know when your come up might be. Post religiously. Post into the ether because you actually don't know who's looking at your content. Just post.
Because back in 2016 or 2015, he made a tweet retaking his senior portrait with a ring light and makeup, and it went extremely viral in 2016, where he basically was like, you know, and this was before, like, you have to really think, like, 2016, this is before, like, this, I don't want to say before, but this is before, like, people were a little bit more woke. I think people are hella woke now. But it's like, oh, we just started seeing like men wear makeup. We were just kind of having those conversations, and like James Charles was somebody on online that was a man that was like wearing makeup and very secure in his masculinity, very hyper feminine, whatever, however you want to take that. Um, and he became, off of that tweet, he became the first male brand ambassador for CoverGirl. So that's how he got his come up. It was literally off of that tweet. He was posting YouTube videos before, but like they weren't doing well at all. And I need everybody to remember that. Like, it's the tweet that got him that cover girl thing. It's the tweet. It's the tweet that got him the cover girl deal. It's not his YouTube videos, because a lot of people will be like, he had a popular YouTube channel. No, he didn't, because he was on there singing on his YouTube channel, and he had bad makeup tutorials, and nobody was watching that shit. People were watching after he became a cover girl, a brand ambassador. Absolutely. So let's not rewrite history, because I remember at that time. Let's not rewrite that. You're not gonna gaslight me. I was there. I was in the room. I was there. That doesn't even touch VTubing. Oh no, I don't know if I want to go that far. Let's not go too far. Let's not go too far. Oh, you must remember, Mac. Like, my ideal level of fame is to be like an associate of like a Mr. Beast. Like, that's my ideal level of fame. Like, if I could have Twitch partner and like average a decent number of like viewers and like make money from Twitch maybe every month, that's like my ideal, like part time. That's like my ideal situation. Like, I'm not looking for that much. I'm not looking for that much. But anyway, so he became the brand ambassador for CoverGirl. You know, this blasted him into the ether, into like the Hollywood sphere, ether, popularity, whatever. By 2019, you know, he was super big. He ended up, he did makeup for like a lot of celebrities. I'm just catching you up on his history. He did makeup for a lot of celebrities, got them on his YouTube channel. He also became he released a palette with Morphe, who was like a massive brand back in like the 2010s. Definitely not now, but like, I cannot exaggerate like how popular Morphe was in the makeup sphere. As somebody who bought the makeup palette, not the James Charles one, but I have a Morphe palette in my makeup stuff. It was extremely popular, extremely iconic, and his palette sold like crazy. It's a really basic palette. It's not anything special, to be honest. It just is like a makeup aside. It's not really anything special. It's a simple rainbow palette. But you know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel to make a bazillion dollars in the makeup industry, especially back in the 2010s. There were like 600 nude palettes that people were releasing with the same ashy 6 shades. So you really didn't have to try hard in order to make something, you know, popular. But that palette sold like crazy and really cemented him as like a makeup guru, internet celebrity, whatever you want to say. Throughout all of this, he has had a lot of controversies. He has had a lot of controversies, starting from when he was on Twitter. I remember his earliest controversy being when he was taking a trip to Africa. And this was around the time that he was like, what, 18, maybe a little bit younger than that. I just think it was stupid either way, but I think it was dumb either way. But he made a tweet saying that he was scared about getting Ebola, and he made a bunch of other like racist tweets in regards to Africans and black people in general. That was like his first controversy, and he's had like a string of controversies just with him saying stuff or getting in feuds with other people. This was like the first thing. This was like around the CoverGirl era, mind you. So like he's always been like this. He's literally always been like this. Like there are just like little controversies here and there throughout his entire, I guess, career. I'm not gonna go over every single one because we can literally be here all night, and I don't have time. I don't have time, and it actually just doesn't interest me that much. But I'll go over the big ones because they're important. So they're important to just understanding who James Charles is. So a major one is the Tati Westbrook feud, which if you're a messy bitch like me and you like drama, you know exactly what this is. This is this is Dramageddon, as it's now named, Dramageddon. This is Sistergate. This is like top 10 YouTube thing, that top 10 things that have happened on the YouTube platform in terms of drama. Top 10 things, top 10. Like there's nothing else that like comes to this. Top 10. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are. Thanks much. Hope you're doing well. In 2019, and it's crazy that this whole thing played out the way it did, and it's crazy that to watch this all in real time, because if you weren't there, I'm sorry, like me recapping this to you isn't even going to be as good as you seeing it in real time. Like, I'm so sorry if you have never heard of this before, because watching this stuff play out in real time and seeing where we ended up now is absolute insanity. It's literal insanity. It's like, it's crazy. It's literally crazy. It plays out literally like an episode of like Succession or something. Like you couldn't write this. You literally couldn't write the stuff that had happened. But anyway, so if you're like, who is Tati Westbrook? I'm not going to explain exactly who Tati Westbrook is in every single facet, but all you need to know is that Tati Westbrook at the time, 2019, and still now to this day, but like at the time, Tati Westbrook was an extremely trustworthy and extremely beloved makeup influencer who had collaborated with James Charles on multiple occasions and basically took him under her wing. She had her own palettes that went like massively viral, sold in like Sephora, Ulta, what have you. She was already rich and famous by 2019. So just know that for context. In 2019, Tati Westbrook got on YouTube. Oh man, I didn't even talk about his tour. Oh my god, his tour that happened. When did this happen? His tour. I'm so sorry. I just remember the James Charles sister tour and how much of a disaster that was. And he was scamming his fans. He's also a scammer, but that's an aside. We can get there. We can get there at a different day. If I may, I need help getting this twink I like to acknowledge that I like him. How do I tell him? You just tell him. What are you afraid of? You just tell him. What's the worst thing that can happen? He says he doesn't like you, then you move on. And he'll be a blip in your lifetime. Thinks I'm joking though? Why? Just as an aside, but like, pause real quick, but like, why? Just tell him you're dead ass. And if he thinks you're joking, then move on. And if he thinks you're joking and he's not taking you seriously, you should move on. It's crazy. I'm being dead ass, by the way. Like, you should, like, if somebody's not taking you seriously when you tell them the facts, like, why are you not taking me seriously? Do you think this is a joke? Do you think I'm a joke? What's funny here? What is the joke? That I would like you? What's the joke? I'm a very direct person, so I also don't believe in wasting time. So if I like somebody, I would just tell them. But I would never like somebody that wouldn't tell me that they like me first. So that's also a thing about me. It's like, I wouldn't like anybody that wouldn't tell me already. Because I'm really hot, so like, why wouldn't you tell me first? Why am I telling you? The fact, if I had to tell somebody that I like them, I would instantly lose feelings because, like, why am I telling you that I like you? I would immediately lose feelings. That's just how Actually, did that happen? I think that did happen. I was about to say, I think that's just how I am, but it's like, I think that happened like multiple times. It's probably why I don't like anybody now. Anyway, let's talk about Tati Westbrook. Also, thank you for the follow. Let's continue with Tati Westbrook. So, in 2019, Tati released a video that is absolutely iconic called Bye Sister. It's a 40-minute video. It's the size of a movie. It's a 40-minute video. That's crazy work. What's crazy? It's a 43-minute video called Bye Sister, accusing him of being disloyal to her, not being a very good friend. And as an aside, which is crazy in this video, because she really did highlight, like, him not being a very good friend and also, like, betraying her over some fucking gummies that she was promoting. That's neither here nor there, but, like, just as an aside, it's crazy that she kind of slipped that in at the last second. She slipped this next part in at the last second. Additionally, she accused him of attempting to seduce a heterosexual man, knowing that he was heterosexual and basically trying to coerce him into a sexual relationship and or more, right? A lot of you, this like broke the internet. This like broke the internet. You know, Jeffree Star got involved. I hate Jeffree Star. I could talk about Jeffree Star for 300 days because I hate him that much. Like, so there's some people that I just hate with my whole entire being. With my whole entire... You're spoiling it, Mag. I'm gonna get to it. You're spoiling. I'm getting to it. Let's take the time with the story. Let's let it marinate. With my whole entire being, and Jeffree Star is one of them, but also Jeffree Star is another YouTuber, internet personality, racist, homophobe, also MAGA at this point in time, individual, who sucks. And I don't have time to recap Jeffree Star at this point in time, but Jeffree Star, Zara Larsson, who everyone knows Zara Larsson today, but it's like, why is Zara Larsson a part of this in 2019? Anyway, Zara Larsson, a bunch of other YouTubers came out the woodwork and basically corroborated Tati's claims, you know, saying that he was not a very good person, that they witnessed other things. James Charles then lost 1 million subscribers in 24 hours. He was the first YouTuber to ever do that. First YouTuber to ever have that happen. Then he uploaded, like, very soon after that video dropped, he uploaded an 8-minute apology, basically stating, like, you know, that he was not a very good friend and that he thoroughly apologized to Tati for everything that had happened. It became one of the most disliked videos on YouTube and then immediately got it deleted. Became one of the most disliked videos on YouTube on the entire platform, then got deleted. He then followed that up with a 40-minute video called No More Lies. All these titles, iconic. I love using them in memes every single time. Very iconic. But called No More Lies, where he addressed the claims again, because the first video he was crying. He was like, you know, he was doing the little YouTuber apology, being like, I'm sorry, da-da-da. Deleted that. This time he came with glasses, you know, nice presentable, paper in hand. Like, he's like, oh no, like, I'm here to address the issues and I'm actually not going to be apologizing for anything. So he refuted the comments that he was trying to seduce anybody, the allegations that he was trying to seduce anybody. Mind you, this would later turn out to be confirmed as true, but like, we're not there yet. We're not there yet. All of the claims made against him were true, but we're not there yet. But I just want to put that in there. I'm spoiling it, but for the purpose of explaining the entire story, to just illustrate how James Charles has been able to get away with behavior for a very long time. He gets into controversy and consistently will get away with it. He gets away with it every single time. Every single time. He released this video, you know, it refuted all of the claims that he was a bad friend. He said that everybody was lying. He brought receipts to the table. I don't even remember what those receipts were, screenshots of something. And basically the internet took his side. In public opinion, the court of public opinion took his side. And they switched sides from Tati to James Charles. And it was nothing but James Charles love. After that, I don't really even remember, like, truthfully in my heart, I'm like, I don't really know if it was because people are misogynistic. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, but true. Telling someone you like them and just being like, that shit's for the birds. That shit's... You know, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't even get to read your statement. What are you talking about? What are you what are you talking about? That's just for the birds. Wait, hold on. You make me have to pause. I'm looking over at chat. I'm like, what? I just said, like, if I have to tell somebody that I like them, like, that's not gonna be somebody that I want to be with anyway, because, like, why aren't you telling me? why aren't you telling me that you like me? I'm not saying it's for, you're talking about, like, bird brain behavior. I'm not saying that it's for birds. I'm just saying it's not for me. Like, me telling somebody that I like them is not for me, because I would literally lose feelings. Like, that's not for me. I literally would lose feelings. It's happened multiple times before. I don't think it's bird brain behavior, but it's like, I want a love that's a little different than the average person. And, like, if I had to tell somebody that I like them, then I actually don't even want to date you. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, so sorry. It's raps for you. Like, I don't want to date somebody that I have to basically coerce into. I shouldn't say coerce, but I have to corral you into the person that I want you to be. Like, I think people should be allowed to be their most authentic selves. And if somebody is very shy, if somebody is, not ready to admit their feelings, that's fine. But also, you're probably not the person that I want to be with for the rest of my life. You know why? Because what if I want to be shy? Let's see with that information. It's my relationship. What if I want to be shy? Now who's gonna order? Like, who's gonna order? What if we have a confrontation? I want you to handle it sometimes. If you can't even do the bare minimum of telling me that you like me, I can just see moving forward that, like, yeah, you're probably not gonna step up in ways that I would probably need you to. When I'm having a bad mental health day, you're probably not going to be able to step up in the way that I might need you to. Truthfully and honestly. I don't really know what you meant by that, but I'm going to ban you anyway, because I don't really know what you meant by that. So, sorry. I don't really know what you meant by that, so I'm just going to ban you anyway. Yeah, I don't even know what that comment was, but okay. Not for nothing. And I'm not saying that, like, a shy guy wouldn't be able to do that for me, or a shy person. But, like, how would I know that unless I'm already in the relationship wasting my time? Right? How would I know that if I'm already in the relationship and I'm not going to waste my fucking time? I like people that are forward. That's just me. Again, it's your relationship. So if you're like, but I don't like that, I'm not fucking you. I'm not like you. Like, I'm not liking you. We're not in a relationship together. So why does it matter that I have a standard for something? Like, I'm not fucking you, so why do you care? You're not taking me out to dinner, so it's fine. If you were taking me out to dinner, it'd be something different. But we're not going to dinner together. So it's fine. Circles back to wanting to a neurodivergent partner. Yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't. I'd be okay with dating somebody who was neurotypical, but the problem is, like, are they woke neurotypical? Are they a woke neurotypical, or am I going to have to teach them about neurodivergence? Because I'm not doing that. There are fundamentally things that I'm just not going to be doing in a relationship. Like, I'm not teaching you about racism. Like, as an aside, we're putting the Tati Westbrook, James Charles thing on the side. But, like, as an aside, there are some things that I'm just, like, not going to be doing in, like, certain relationships or my romantic relationships. I'm not teaching people about racism. I'm not teaching you how to be fucking woke. I'm not teaching you about neurodivergence. That's work that you should already be doing as a human being. Sorry, and that's my standards for my personal relationship. If you're like, well, I don't really care, and, like, I taught my boyfriend or I taught my girlfriend how to be woke, and, like, that worked out for us. Fantastic. I love that. Grow together. Amazing. I don't want to do that. That's emotional labor for me. And I don't have the bandwidth for it. So it's emotional labor for me. Why am I in Build-A-Bitch right now? I'm building you from the ground up? Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. There are little things here and there that's like, yeah, you grow and change with a person, right? Like, you learn things about the world as you guys are growing together, but, like, there are some things that are kind of basic. There's some things that are kind of basic that I don't feel like I want to be teaching you. How to be a kind, caring person towards a neurodivergent individual. Why am I teaching you that? Ooh, I'm not going to be doing that. So I would want a neurodivergent partner just so I wouldn't have to do the work of teaching somebody how to care about neurodivergence. Because a lot of people aren't very empathetic and aren't very caring, truthfully in their core, about neurodivergent behavior. Not for nothing. Not for nothing, but for everything. Not for nothing, but for everything. A lot of people, like, this is the thing I always say, but a lot of people are, like, fake woke. A lot of people are fake freaks. A lot of people are fake everything. People claim that they care about things. Circling it back to James Charles, but people claim that they care about things, and they certainly do not. Whether it's because they are personally ignorant, because they have their own internalized racism, homophobia, whatever, it might be misogyny. But again, that's work that you should be doing for yourself in order for you to grow as an individual. And I don't really feel like I have to teach you to do that. Sorry, go to therapy. Sorry, go to therapy. And that's all for me to say. Yeah, if you can't tell me how you feel, then I don't want to fucking date you. If you see me and you think I'm a bad bitch, you should tell me that. You should tell me that. Yeah. Don't keep that on the side of your head. I don't like that. No. Not for me. Anyway. Let's go back to James Charles. He made an apology and everybody forgave him. Literally, everybody forgave him. And I really do feel like there was an edge of misogyny to this. I do feel like there was an edge of misogyny to this whole thing, where it's like, we're going to choose the man side. And people would be like, how is there misogyny when James Charles is a feminized queer man? Oh, there's always misogyny in the room. There's always misogyny in the room. At the end of the day, James Charles is a man and Tati Westbrook is a woman. Him being queer adds an facet to that, but I think it added a little bit more in this situation. And people fucking hated Tati after this. They fucking hated Tati. They sent her so much hate. She later deleted her video. And then in 2020, hi Billy, hi yo. I'm actually very sore, but it's fine. She then in 2020 made a follow-up video in which she apologized to James Charles. Girlie should have stood, in my personal opinion, she should have stayed 10 toes down. 10 toes down and be like, y'all are mad, but I know I'm right. Because again, looking at it from the future, it's crazy because she was literally right. She was right, but I think it was misogyny, and I also think it was the way in which she went about it, because she did make part of her video, as I was saying earlier, about these fucking stupid gummies and how she was sad about, like, him being disloyal to her about brand deals and da-da-da-da. And it muddied the waters. It muddied the waters of what she was really trying to talk about, because that later part was correct. That later part was correct. That later part was right. We're talking about James Charles. I was like, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. Have you having a good day, good night, wherever you are. Thank you. Was this the first time that a YouTube apology worked? No. I think about PewDiePie. I think about PewDiePie. Everything, and PewDiePie is another man, mind you, because if a woman did this, would never have, she would never have the career that PewDiePie did. If a woman did half the shit that PewDiePie did, it would be raps. It's because he is a white man. Let me tell PewDiePie has apologized for things and has gotten away scot-free his whole life, scot-free. So not the first time. That's exactly why. I thought PewDiePie happened after James Charles. No, PewDiePie has been in trouble for racism and anti-Semitic behavior before even things after that. Before even, bigger incidents. Bigger incidents, yeah, but there are some big ones, but, like, he said things before in, like, Let's Plays that, like, people didn't really have. Didn't care, never really know about James Charles. Well, I'm going to be talking about James Charles for, like, the next 40 minutes, so... Because I have a lot to say, and it's my stream, so... I'm talking about it for the next 40 minutes, so we're locked in. We're locked in. Shout out the apocalypse. Honestly, I can't be talking about PewDiePie right now. I can't be talking about PewDiePie right now because I have too much to say, and I just feel like people really don't look at the way in which he truthfully did shape a lot of alt-right conversations, and how, you know what, I really can't be getting into PewDiePie. It's making me upset. It's making me upset. But like, PewDiePie has a torrid past, like a very, very torrid past, and it frustrates me every single day that he really got away scot-free. It frustrates me every single day, and every time I think about him, it literally makes my skin itch. Like, I'm literally scratching myself right now because I'm itchy thinking about it. Anyway, 2020, she uploaded a follow-up video where she apologized. Onision has his own torrid past. I cannot get into it right now. Onision is somebody you can have like a 10-hour stream about. Genuinely, he is a horrible, horrible person that has done so many horrible things. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that, really. We don't have time for that. She made a follow-up video. She was apologetic to James Charles. She said that Shane Dawson, who we all know Shane Dawson, I did not fuck my cat, I did not go anywhere near my cat. Shane, Mr. Blackface Dawson, you know him. You know him. You may hate him as much as I do. Probably not, because I hate him more than you. But you know him. Shane Dawson, she claimed that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star manipulated her into making that original video. Basically, they got under her skin. They fed her lies, is what she had claimed. They fed her all of these lies and coerced her into making that original video. Once again, I really believe that she should have stayed 10 toes down, because she looks stupid now. But in my personal opinion, she looks dumb now, because it's like, why are you apologizing to somebody when you knew that bad behavior was happening and you didn't want to stand on it for whatever reason because you were getting hate? Sometimes you gotta take your L because you are early. You're not wrong. I say this all the time about myself. I am not wrong. I'm just early to conversations and nobody's ready to hear me yet. This happens. I am not wrong. For a lot of things that happen, I'm like, I was just early. And she actually looks dumb because she literally apologized to this piece of shit. And then brought Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star into it. Like, for like no reason. Anyway, so Shane Dawson ended up making this like crash out video that Mac was talking about earlier. Also, the 3-minute ad break is going to happen in about 1 minute. So if you're not subscribed to me, hi, hello, it's Puppkats. You're going to be seeing 3 minutes of advertisements since you have a Twitch Prime and or Turbo. Mind you, you get a free Twitch sub with every Prime subscription. So why not give it to your favorite demon? Hi, that's me. Otherwise, you'll be seeing me in the next 3 minutes. You might miss some stuff, but, you know, catch up when you come back. She looks dumb. She looks very dumb, because, like, why are you literally apologizing to this horrible, horrible person? This entire thing was a hot mess. This whole thing was a very hot mess. And once again, as I stated earlier, James Charles got away with it, but it planted the seed in a lot of people's mind. I will say, even though he skirted free out of that situation, it did plant the seed in a lot of people's minds that, like, this guy might be a little bit of a freak. Like, he might actually be a freak. Follow up. In 2021, a 16-year-old boy, and I'm going to just be very straightforward about the next set of events. A 16-year-old boy posted a video on TikTok alleging that James Charles had groomed him and sent him nude photos and pressured him into sexting and engaging sexually, even though he knew he was 16 years old. And James Charles, by the way, is 26 years old as of right now. He is 26 years old at the time. I mean, this was 2021. He was like, what, 23 or something? Like, I don't know, math. Old. math, old. I'm not doing math off the top of my head, but old. Old. James responded to this video pretty quickly, and he denied all of it. He said that the teen was clout chasing and that he had lied about his age and that he's only doing this to ruin his career. A month later, other underage boys came forward on TikTok and other social media platforms claiming the exact same thing. that James Charles, has a reputation and a pattern of going after underage boys, knowing that they are underage, and sending them nudes of his body and pressuring them into sending them back and also engaging sexually with him. This pisses me off. This pisses me off because when this happened at the time, so many people were quick to say clout chasing about literal children, because a 16-year-old is a child, a 17-year-old is a child. In my personal opinion, I think an 18-year-old is a child. That's how I feel about it. But people were saying that these teen boys were clout chasing, and that they just wanted to ruin a successful man's career, a successful queer man's career. This, mind you, is rape culture. This, mind you, is the patriarchy at work. Because, which I say this time and time again, the patriarchy doesn't just affect women, the patriarchy also affects men. The patriarchy is a helpful tool to literally no one. It is a helpful tool to literally no one because it's going to affect you at some point in time. Whether you know it or not, it's going to affect you at some point in time. Because let me sit here and ask, when has a victim of any sexual related crime who has come forward about it ever gained anything from coming forward about a crime happening to them? Truthfully gained anything? I'm waiting. I'll listen. But no. I say I'll listen, but I'm not actually listening. Because it's just not the case. You are setting yourself up to be absolutely exploded with vitriolic hate by announcing that you are a victim of a crime. I think about so many women that have come forward about, I think about the entire Me Too era, but I think about so many women that have come forward about horrible sexual assaults, harassments, experiences that they've had with their bosses, with their coworkers, with their friends, with family, and have gotten nothing but hate, death threats, awful things sent to them. And also accuse them of, what were you wearing at the time? What were you wearing at the time? Well, you might have incited it. With a body like that, who wouldn't, right? Again, rape culture, patriarchy at work. Now, let me ask you this. When has a man, if a woman can't come forward without receiving so much vitriolic hate about a sexual crime, when has a man ever come forward about a sexual crime and that's gone over well? Never. I think about Terry Crews, who to this day, I have a lot of things to say about Terry Crews. But we don't have to get into that right now. But Terry Crews, who bravely came forward about his own experience with sexual harassment and assault by a person that he worked with, and received nothing but hate, nothing but vitriolic hate to this day. Because people looked at him and said, well, you're a big guy, why couldn't you have just fought them off? Right, again, rape culture, awful statements, People were really on the timeline in those kids' comments saying that you're clout chasing. Once again, what do they have to gain from this situation? Truthfully and honestly, it's not like they're going to gain 10 million followers off of this situation. They're going to gain nothing but hate. Which, not again, because I didn't say this, but also you're weird if you're, this is parasociality too, where it's you find out, I'm trying to just understand this because I'm not a very parasocial person, or I'm not a parasocial person really, but you find out that your favorite content creator, i.e. James Charles, was texting underage boys, and your first instinct is to go to the boys page who has alleged these things and leave him a hate comment. Very interesting to me. When I say interesting, I don't mean interesting good. I mean interesting weird, interesting crazy, interesting you should go to therapy, interesting please delete your Twitter account, please delete your TikTok account. You've got to get offline. Get behind me, James Charles. That's your first instinct. Your first instinct is to go, let me go harass some children. 16-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. These kids I feel so bad for these boys. I feel so, so bad for them. Interesting, you're gross. Like, that's how I feel about that. You know, so all of these boys came out about this. It went very viral. And then in April, so this happened like month by month, right? So this happened in 2021. We're in the pandemic. Also, this is like pandemic era, so this is like terrible. Everything's terrible. James Charles, this is all terrible. Everything's bad. April of 2021. James Charles posts a video called Holding Myself Accountable. This is not a crying video. This is not a crying video. Let me just say that. This is a weird ass video. This is a very strange video where James Charles gets on Beyonce's internet in the white background. You know the one. The white background and a black t-shirt. And he says that his reason for texting underage boys, he's not apologizing weirdly, but his reason for texting underage boys is because he's desperate. That's his way of getting out of this. He says, I'm desperate. I really want to be in a relationship, you know, and this is why I was texting them. And also, everybody lied. He said, I'm desperate, and also said all of those boys lied. Every single one of those boys lied. All of them. They all lied. They said that they were all 18. They said they were all 18. I think also, too, like, he claimed that, like, out of all the people that, like, alleged this about him, he only claimed 2 of them. Where he was like, I don't know who else is claiming things, but I've only sent messages to 2 underage boys. And I'm laughing because it's just like, what are you talking about? Like he's like, I didn't send him to like 16. I only sent him to like 2. Like, why is everybody so upset? That's not how he said it. He did the dramatic YouTuber shit. You know, and he said he never outright states too in this video that like his behavior is bad. He just says that it was desperate and unacceptable. You know, and he said, I'm sorry that I flirted with you, and I'm sorry if I ever made you uncomfortable. If I ever made you uncomfortable, which is the number one thing that I hate. It's the number one thing that I hate in all of these YouTuber apologies, these internet apologies. Every single time one of these fucking influencers, and I don't even mean James Charles, I mean like any micro celebrity, any of these fucking influencers release a fucking apology. I swear to you, I could be a PR manager the way I would make bank off of these people. You need a PR team. You need somebody in your corner like reading the statements before you release them. I could be that person for you, truthfully. Never put if, because it implies basically that like you didn't do it. If it happened, I'm sorry, but only if it happened. You know, if you were offended by my statements, you know, sorry. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm gonna lose it and it's gonna piss me off. It's gonna piss me off so bad. I have to think for a second. It's gonna piss me off so bad that I can't think about what I wanted to say. It's like a poem? Is it a poem or... Yes, that's what I was thinking about. I was like, I have to Google for a quick second. I was thinking about the narcissist prayer. That's what I was thinking about, which is, you know, it's a very common, I guess, like, quote, where I'll read it for you, but it's like, that didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, that's not a big deal. And if it was, that's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. That's what it reminds me of. It reminds me of the narcissist prayer, which is just a common phrase, quote, used to describe people that always shift blame. It's very common. If you Google the narcissist prayer, you'll find that. You'll find some form of this used all the time when describing, obviously, narcissists, but this applies to so many other people. If. Always if, but never when. As if, but never I did it. Listen, he said, if I made you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. And the response for this was mixed. I am just like recapping. The response for this, we're not even at modern day, mind you. We're getting there. We're still in the recap. The response for this was mixed. Obviously, I was like, this guy sucks. Obviously, at the time, I was like, this guy sucks. This guy's awful. This guy's a horrible person. Based off of other things that happened in the past, too. But that's neither here nor there. But a lot of people were like, well, he was desperate. A lot of people, some people really took that and ran with it. They were like, well, he was desperate. You can't hold people down to their desperate actions. He is a grown man texting 16-year-olds, actively going after 16-year-olds. There's so many 16-year-olds in his phone. He can't even keep track of which 16-year-olds he was trying to groom. There's so many of them. So many of them. Mind you, after this apology came out, he was later caught again. Like, after the apology had come out, it was like a few weeks later, literally it came out again that he was on Snapchat, like I've been saying my whole life. Snapchat is at the scene of the crime. It's always that platform. If you have a Snapchat, delete it. Delete it, because at some point it's going to ruin you. Delete it. I don't know. It's always at the scene of the crime. Every single time something comes out, it's like, oh, well, this happened over Snapchat. I'm like, likely story. Very likely story. He was caught again messaging minors. Again over Snapchat. Again. So anyway, Morphe released a statement. They cut business ties with him. YouTube demonetized his channel temporarily. He came back with another video. I don't even remember what the fuck he said in the video, because actually it doesn't really matter. Because once again, he kind of just got away with this. Because he had an interview in 2023 where he denied everything. It was an interview with Cosmopolitan. He had denied everything. He said everything was faked, AI. He didn't say that. He said it was faked. He didn't say it was AI, because this is like not around the AI time, but like he said it was fake. He said everything was doctored. And he said that his brother hasn't spoken to him since it was made, since all of this stuff had come out. Like, he's like, my family's not talking to me, da 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 da. Also, this is important, I guess, just as an aside, because like his brother made YouTube videos with him. He was kind of prominently shown in his channel, so he was just stating like, my brother hasn't spoken to me since this whole thing has like ruined my life, and it's all fake. It's all fake. One of the accusers did come out later. I will just say this for transparency. One of the accusers did come out and did say that I did lie, and I did tell him that I was 18 years old. Nobody else did, though. I was just being very clear about that. One of the accusers came out and said that I did lie, and I did tell him that I was 18. Nobody else did, though. Nobody else did, though. So even in James Charles's situation, right, like in his personal own story that he has created for himself, you did still text minors, you know that, right? Like he admitted to it. He admitted to it. Like, he fully admitted to it. He's like, I did at least text 2 minors. That's on video. He's like, I did do that. 2 of them. I don't know about what you guys are talking about with everybody else, but I did do that to at least 2 minors. One of them came out later and said, I did lie. What about the other one? What about all the other ones on Snapchat? What about all the other ones that came out after in like 2021? I'm confused. I'm here, but I'm confused. I'm here, but I'm confused. Thank you so much, Billy, for the Reddit month check. Thank you. Appreciate it. And the head pads. Thank you. But, Mac, you're correct, because it only took one of the accusers who had lied for his entire fan base to come out the woodwork and say that all of them are liars and that James Charles actually did nothing wrong. Consistently, mind you, after this had happened, there has been allegations that like this behavior has just been going on behind the scenes. A bunch of other controversies have happened since this point. But like, we don't need to get into it. It's just that he is an awful person, you know. I wanted to just highlight those two major ones because I think that that's just really relevant to understanding who James Charles truthfully really is. He has always been awful. So I don't really understand why this new information, also mind you, after this he had a whole situation with his workers where like one of his workers quit because they claimed that he was literally like the worst boss of all time, like literally harassing this woman. He also had a horrible tour where way back when, before all of this stuff even happened, where he was literally scamming his fans. He's a scammer. He is a predator. He's a scammer. He's a predator. He likes talking to teenage boys. He has said this on interviews before. Like, there's a famous clip where he's on a podcast where he's like, the youngest that I would ever date is like 17. What? And then he quickly corrects himself and he's like, 18. He's like 18, and he's talking about flying out. Additionally, he's like flying out. He's talking about flying out men to come and see him, right? Because he has all the money, so he's flying them out to come and see him. And he's like, well, it's really hard to like do it because like, you know, like they're like in high school. I mean, it's really hard because they have lives or something like that. Like, the signs have been there. The signs have been there. This guy is not smart. This guy is not, you know, cunning. You know, I said the exact same thing about Shane Dawson, because when I had my last like big rant about awful people, a lot of people were like, well, Shane Dawson was just so good at getting away with stuff. And it's like, no, Shane Dawson actually wasn't good about getting away with stuff. At the time when Shane Dawson was literally doing blackface, there were a lot of black content creators that had come out of the woodwork and said that he is awful. A lot of people had come out and said he is awful. It's just that nobody was trying to listen to that. The vast majority of people were okay with that behavior, and they were just they wanted their chicken nuggets. We're always back to our chicken nuggets. I like him. He's my favorite. He's my favorite content creator, and I'm not letting him go. And I'm not letting him go. No matter what you tell me about this guy, I'm not letting him go. I'm not letting him go. I'm not letting him go until it gets worse. And it did. It just kept getting worse. His entire career has been filled with controversy, leading up to today. So now we're in modern day. James Charles released a TikTok video, and we're gonna watch it because I need you guys to watch this video with me. I've already seen this video, but I'm gonna subject you to James Charles because me explaining this to you doesn't compare to you hearing the words out of his mouth. You need to hear it with me. You need to hear him so you can understand why I'm upset. You need to hear him. But I'll explain what the video is before we watch the video. But I have the video ready and we're gonna watch it. So, can we fall down the stairs? No, I didn't queue up that video. I'm sorry. I didn't queue that one up. I'm sorry. I didn't queue that one up. But maybe later. Maybe later. So, James Charles is in controversy again, not for texting minors. Which I think he should have gone to jail, but like, mind you, I think he should have gone to jail for that. He admitted it on camera that he definitely did do what he was accused of, and like he saw zero repercussions for that. But he's in controversy because a woman DM'd him basically asking for assistance with a GoFundMe or a donation because she recently lost her job because of Spirit Airlines. She was working for Spirit Airlines, and if you didn't know, Spirit Airlines recently just completely closed down. 17,000 people are out of work right now. It's gonna get crazy. It's gonna mean that cheap flights are basically not a thing anymore. All the flights are gonna be really, really expensive because there's one less airline out. There's one less airline like doing flights, so all of the other airlines are going to raise their prices. So we're going to see a massive skyrocket in prices for flights. Flying is going to become a luxury very, very soon. Very, very soon. But 17,000 people are out of work. So that's the context. We already talked about Spirit Airlines as it was happening, so I'm not going to review that. But DM'd him and he crashed out. So we're going to watch that video. The video is like 2 minutes long. And I need everybody to watch this video with me. I'm gonna pause the music. I know my music be hitting, but we're gonna pause the music because I want you to hear him. If it's loud, let me know because I literally don't know what the volume is like. I put it in the corner. He's not super big because I don't want him to be super big on my channel. I hate him, so you're gonna have to look at the corner and listen for him, okay? Okay. It's 2 minutes, okay?
From a girl that said, "Good morning, James.
So,
I know you'll probably never see this, but I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help." I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job. Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities, you could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you.
I have to pause. What the hell is he talking about? I have to pause because what is he talking about? He says this woman is entitled for DMing him, asking for help. Also, he's mad that this woman doesn't follow him. Nuts to butts, bro. I don't know. I don't know what you want. Sometimes you don't follow people that you actually like just because you don't want to follow them for whatever reason. Sometimes you engage in content from a content creator that you don't follow. I don't subscribe to every single content creator that I watch on YouTube because sometimes I don't want to see every single video that they post, to be completely honest. I'm not trying to see all of that. Sometimes I just want the occasional video if you have a topic that I'm very interested in. That does not mean that this person is not a supporter of you. That does not mean that they don't care about you. That does not mean that they don't like you. You're weird for fixating on that, first of all. Second of all, he's calling this woman lazy and entitled. Mind you, I didn't address this in the history of James Charles. James Charles has always been wealthy. People act like he had a come up. He did not. James Charles came from a upper middle class family. And when I say upper, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like a nice, like, you know, golf cart family. He was always wealthy. He was always going to be fine. He just got wealthier. He wasn't in the slums. He's never experienced a day in his life without a meal. He just got wealthier, and he also got one of the easiest jobs on the fucking planet. I am a content creator. I am not a famous content creator. I am not a super popular content creator, but I am in fact a content creator. Content creation is the easiest fucking job you can have. And yeah, sometimes it sucks, but it is not a hard job by any means. Anybody can do this fucking job. A lot of people can do this fucking job. Would they do it well? Would they do it in the way that you may do it? No. Obviously, everybody has their own special thing that brings other people to their content, right? But can anybody do this job? Yeah. Yeah, anybody can do this fucking job. I work a 9 to 5. I work a 9 to 5 now. I have worked many jobs in the past. I've worked a lot of jobs in the past. I've worked basically like 12 to 12. Like I'm working 12 hours in my fucking life. And then I come home and I sleep for an hour and I go back to work. This job, content creating, is not a hard job by any means, and it's not a hard job for somebody like James Charles, who basically has to make one TikTok video and gain, because I think the average, I mean, obviously he's probably gaining a lot more, so he'd probably have like, 30K, 50K for one TikTok branded video, and we're talking about like not even 5 minutes of content. He would probably make $50,000 off of that. On the lower end for some of these content creators, 11K, right? 11K. Life-changing money for 5 minutes of just talking about a brand. Life-changing money. Some people don't even make $50,000 a year. He can make that in 5 fucking minutes. James Charles calling this working woman entitled and lazy is absolutely fucking ridiculous, and nothing anybody will ever tell me will ever change my mind about that. He is absolutely fucking ridiculous for that. nothing anybody can tell me is gonna change my fucking mind. Influencers literally have psychopathy. Not for nothing. And I am improperly using that term because I know he's not a psychopath, but this is crazy. He is literally insane in this moment. And I don't have any empathy for him for this situation, Mac. I don't see his perspective in any way, shape, or form, because you can just ignore the DM. That's the part of this that like I'm confused about. You have what? I'm assuming he has like what, 32 million on TikTok? And this person has 0 followers on TikTok. You're putting this woman on blast. Like, you don't have to answer the DM. You don't even have to look at the DM. Why are you so tilted over this DM? You know how many, not for nothing, but like, again, I'm not a popular streamer by any means. I'm not a famous streamer by any means. Sometimes if somebody DMs me, I just don't answer it. Like, sometimes if you DM me, like, I just don't answer it because I'm not trying to hear that. Like, if you try to loop me into something, like, I'm not trying to hear that. Oftentimes, I will respond, but, like, I don't know, if you come at me crazy, like, I'm not trying to answer that. I'm not trying to answer that message. Why would I answer that? I get a lot of messages through various social media that I am on where I just don't answer the message, and it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's a reasonable thing just to not answer the message. He did not have to make this TikTok because I don't really understand. Well, I do understand because he thought everybody was going to be on his side for some strange reason. Which is weird to me. It's weird to me that he thought everybody was going to be on his side, but he just did not have to make this a video, and I'll let the video play out.
Why would I ever help you? You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God, welcome to the real world, sweetheart.
Him saying this really pissed me off. Welcome to the real world. Mind you, again, James Charles is in upper middle class. Started out upper middle class. Now at this point in the elite, millionaire status, can buy anything, has never known truthfully a hard day's labor in his life because he became a cover girl as soon as he graduated from high school, and his family was already wealthy before then, so he's never known a hard day's labor in his entire life. So I don't really understand why James Charles, out of all people, no, he has not, because he became the cover girl sponsor literally right after he graduated, so I don't really understand what he's talking about. When he says welcome to the real world, I don't really understand what the fuck he's talking about. I really just don't understand. Because when has James Charles ever been a part of the real world? Never. When has James Charles ever missed a meal? When has James Charles ever had to live paycheck to paycheck? When has James Charles ever had to work a job that they fucking hated, but worked it anyway because they had to put food on the table, because they had bills that they had to pay? When has James Charles ever had to think about any of that? Welcome to the real world, sweetie. When I catch you, James Charles, like, I can't even joke, truthfully and honestly, because I truly feel like this is one of the most disgusting videos I have ever watched in a really long time, and it's really hard for me to get through the rest of this video. Like, it's really hard for me to get through the rest of this video because I genuinely feel like this is really sick, and it's sick that a lot of influencers have this, because he's talking about how this woman is entitled, but it's entitled to think that people would have been on your side. It's entitled to not understand the perspective of somebody who is in such desperation, right? Like, think about that. You just lost your job. You may have applied to 100 jobs at this point, right? Just lost your job at Spirit Airlines. You thought you'd have it for a little bit longer because, I mean, airline jobs, you'll probably just have those. You assume, right? You'll probably just have those for the rest of your life. You are trying to look for work, and you're so desperate that you're messaging James Charles, and he can't see the desperation as like, wow, this is very indicative of like the time that we're in. Instead, he's like, I have to make a video about how sick and twisted this fucking woman is and how nasty it is that she sent me a DM asking for a donation, which, mind you, he also could have given. He's not entitled to do that in any way, shape, or form, obviously. Like, rich people defenders love doing this shit where they're like, well, if someone works for their wealth, they don't have to give it away. Rich people defenders, stand behind me, rich person. They love being like, well, if someone's worked for their wealth, they don't ever have to give it away. They don't ever have to give that away. And it's like, yeah, that's definitely true. Like, if you've worked for all of your money, you don't have to give it away. And also, you should have empathy for people in the world around you. That's just how I feel about it. Like, that's that old money talking. That's just how I feel about it personally. Like, I am not wealthy. I have never been wealthy in my life. I don't come from money, and I still give my money away. Yeah, I still give my money away because I have empathy for the people around me. I have empathy for people that have less privilege than me. I can acknowledge that I have privilege and maybe not as much privilege as the next person. But I also find empathy in ways where I can donate. He could donate. So I don't really understand why you would even bring this up, because nobody was going to be on your side, especially in this time. Out of all the times for him to bring this shit up, after yesterday's stream, I don't want to get into it too much because I already talked about it yesterday's stream. So if you want to hear me rant about the state of the world, yesterday's stream is the perfect stream for you to go watch it in the VOD. But the state of the world is not the time right now where I'm trying to hear about rich people problems. It's not the time. It's like really not the time. It's not the time for UFOs, and it's not the time for this, for James Charles.
People lose their jobs every fucking day, and you're white, pretty, and able-bodied. You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder to make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you? Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least, 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off, okay? I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally gonna be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's gonna be the real-life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car and $10 million that everybody else dies. Go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the real world. I can at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here.
I'm gonna let him finish, but I think it's also crazy. Again, it shows what dissonance rich people have when it comes to money, when it comes to actual real world experiences. Because for him to say, all you did was lose your job, as if having a job isn't literally life-changing. All you did was lose your job. Just get another one. Oh, an idea. Literally, like you're saying, it's how boomers talk about just getting a job. Just get another one. Have you tried applying in person? I know it's taking you 8 months to find a job in this economy, but have you really tried? Have you actually tried? That's the vibe. That's the vibe. He wants sycophants. That's what he wants. He wants sycophants that are going to worship the ground that he walks on, that are going to DM him religiously, that are going to say, James, I support you through everything. I support you through all of that. Every controversy you've ever had, I still love you, I still care about you, and also please can you donate. But that's not even what he wants, because listen to this next part. You have to listen to this next part.
Here's a trillion years of DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you. This bitch, you lost your fucking job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing!
Can I just say, this next part, that part right there, I was in shock. That part right there, in shock. He said, to recap, maybe if you had DM'd me and there was a list of DMs that you had it in there, and maybe if you had a life-altering illness, deadly disease, and you're trying to raise money for it, maybe I would support you. Even then, even if this woman that had reached out to him was an absolute sycophant, an absolute loyal barnacle on James Charles' teats, still a maybe. And he posted this. It's still a maybe. Even if she was dying. He said that. He literally just said that. He's like, even if this woman was dying and was like, please, can you donate to this? He said, maybe. Maybe I would. Maybe I would donate. Insanity. Rich people, bring the guillotine. Bring the guillotine. We need it. Why is the guillotine out of fashion? I'm actually so upset. Why is the guillotine out of fashion? Let's bring it back. Because what is he talking about? What is he on about? What is he actually really talking about? He really said, if you have cancer, maybe. maybe I would maybe I would give you some money. But you don't. And you didn't. And you're not a sycophant. So no money for you. No money for you.
I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace. Ah!
Put some effort into the workplace. Put some effort into the workplace. Mind you, James Charles has never had a real fucking job in his entire fucking life. He has never had a real fucking job in his entire fucking life. Despite what he ever tells you, you need to know he's never had a fucking job in his entire life. Once again, because he got extremely famous right after he graduated from high school. Right after he graduated from high school. Literally. Put some more effort into the workplace. James, you can't even put effort into the makeup looks that you do. Have you seen? It's always surprised me that James Charles, again, it's misogyny, truthfully and honestly, because there are a lot of like POC black women content creators that are in the makeup sphere that have seen a fraction of James Charles's success, that do amazing looks, that do such detailed, amazing makeup looks, affordable makeup hauls, what have you. And I've seen a fraction of his success. Mind you, I need you to just I'm not even gonna pull it up for you, but you have to Google like James Charles makeup looks. They're so bad. They're so bad. Like a white man will get away with literally anything. Get away. You could shoot a person in the face and it would get away with it. Get away with it, literally. Crazy. Anyway, so he apologized for this. He apologized for this. And I need to show you this apology. Because it's not good. It's 3 minutes. We'll try to get through it, but I'm so sorry, but I gotta show you this video because it is a part of the story. So I gotta do my due diligence. Because they were eating him up. This didn't go over well at all like he thought it would. Which is weird to me, because again, I mean, when I say weird, I don't mean weird like, oh my god, how did he not think this? I'm just like, this passed the PR team? I'm like, you guys need a PR team. I just said that, but like, you need a PR team. You need people that watch over your videos before you put it out, because like, any PR manager would have been like, don't fucking post that. Literally, don't fucking post that. Why would you post that? You're literally setting yourself up for fucking failure. Why would you fucking post that? So in like this literally happened over the course of like 2 days, so like he immediately apologized for this and he made this video. Oh, gotta turn on the...
Lost her job at Spirit Airlines. Yesterday morning, I posted a video on this account talking about how a woman had lost her job at Spirit Airlines, and she sent me a message with a GoFundMe link asking me to donate. And the video was basically me yelling at the camera, being super upset and frustrated because this person had never followed me, never supported me before, and it was clear that she had basically copied and pasted this DM to every influencer and celebrity she possibly could, asking for a handout.
Let me start by saying he needs a t-shirt. Let me start off by saying I don't want to see your ugly ass freckled fucking skin in this fucking apology. I don't want to see this shit. Get out of the bed. Get out of the fucking bed. Why are you apologizing like we are on FaceTime? I am not your friend. Put on a t-shirt. You need one. You really do. You need a t-shirt and a facelift, probably. Anyway. And I called her lazy. I said she was stupid. And I said she should have spent the time that she spent copying and pasting the message, applying for jobs instead. This video was fucking stupid. It was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it. And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know. My intention behind making this video in the first place was, I get a lot of messages like this every single day, and for me personally, it
definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you.
I'm sure it was really hard for James Charles to receive that message because I'm sure he was hoping it was another 15-year-old boy that he could groom. Because I assure you, if that was a 15-year-old boy asking for the same thing, James Charles would have answered that DM with the quickness and been on that GoFundMe. I assure you, her only fault was being a woman. I tell you, if she was a 16-year-old boy, he would have been on that ass. He would have been there. Her only fault was being a woman. That's really the issue here. He's mad as fuck that there are no 15-year-olds in his DMs asking him for something. That's what he's really upset about. That's truthfully what he's really upset about. It's not about the fact that, like, people message him every day asking him for something, because literally, as an influencer, you know, again, I have to say this every single time, I'm not a popular streamer, I am not a famous streamer in any way, shape, or form. People have asked me for things all the time. You can just say no, or you can, again, as I have done in the past, not answer the fucking message. It is that fucking simple. As an influencer, as a content creator, sometimes you just get messages that are annoying and you just ignore them. That's the price. It's the price of content creation. You know, it sucks, I guess, but it's better than working a fucking 9 to 5. At the end of the day, you have to look at the objective view of the life that you were given, of the opportunity that you were given, of the chance that you were given, of the freedom that you were given in order to do this fucking career, in order to have this many people fucking support you, in order for you to become a fucking multi-millionaire, and say, yeah, I will take a few DMs that I get, a ton of DMs, even if it was 100 DMs every single day, blowing up your fucking inbox, asking you to GoFundMe. People have made you a multimillionaire, so you have got to get off your phone and go be in your bathtub. Like, give it up, because nothing you say is gonna make this better, in my personal opinion. Nothing you say is going to be a good enough reason for the crash out that he had, just because you have the life that you do. Ultimately, that is what it is.
Treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job.
I will also say, once again, he needs a t-shirt. He needs a real t-shirt. I don't like that we are having a FaceTime right now. He needs to get the fuck out of bed. Because, like, I don't like this view. It makes me feel like I'm on Snapchat with him, and that's one of the places I don't want to be with James Charles. I will also say that I know I was joking earlier, but, like, James Charles, during the controversy in regards to the allegations of him grooming 16-year-olds, also came out and said at a later point that, like, these boys, they wanted things from him, and they took advantage of him. James Charles later, this is down the line, but, like, later, he was like, yes, there's so many people that have come out and taken things from me, used me for my wealth, and have not loved me for who I am, including the boys that he had groomed. So it just makes me think, like, when James Charles says that, like, there are so many people that ask me for things, I'm like, interesting. I'm like, interesting, not interesting, haha. Interesting, weird. Interesting. I'm connecting dots. I'm connecting patterns. I am.
And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people, and I know that it's not that easy. I know that the job market fucking sucks right now. I have friends that are looking for jobs. I have my own employees that I try my best to take care of, and I've heard so many fucking horror stories online of companies ghosting people, recruiters wasting everybody's time, people applying for job after job and not hearing back for 6 months, a year, 2 years. I know that it's really fucking hard out there. And
I will also just say, again, strange that he put that in the video, because literally one of his employees that quit came out about the fact that he's a horrible employee because she was literally getting ran through the fucking gutter with this guy. Like, he was harassing her, he was making her do inappropriate things at the workplace, not things that were sexual, just very inappropriate things. He was a horrible boss. You can go look up that, because I didn't really go into depth with that before. But, like, it's strange that he's like, I have my employees that I take care of. Factually, that's incorrect. Factually, that's actually wrong, because one of your employees has come out the woodwork to say, no, that's not true. You're a horrible fucking person.
And that most people are just doing their best and trying their best to figure it out and to make it by. And if this person happened to choose sending out GoFundMe links as their method of trying to make it by, who am I to judge? Especially when you consider the fact that my method of figuring it out and getting by was making makeup videos online. I just happened to get really lucky, and now, years later, I'm in a blessed and privileged position. But as somebody with a platform, it's my responsibility to humble myself and to never take what I have for granted. And when I made that video today, that is exactly what I did. I was speaking from a very privileged, obnoxious, ignorant standpoint, and for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was. I really needed to hear that, and I really need to think twice before I hit record and just start yapping on this account. I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate to make a joke out of somebody just trying to provide for themselves and their family. That's definitely my bad.
Okay, so that was the apology. I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. We don't care! I'm here to tell you right now, I don't give a fuck about that apology. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That shit was PR'd out the fucking woodwork. I know what he really feel like, because he posted that. He posted that. I know he really feel like. I know who he really is in his core. So that was the apology. And what's happening right now on Twitter is that, on Twitter and just online in general, right? Because I don't want to, there's happening on different platforms as well. People are just kind of talking about James Charles as an individual, and it's actually very shocking to me that a lot of people are like, James Charles is now a bad person. Like, I've been here for like the last hour explaining James Charles's history. He admitted to grooming, interacting sexually with minors. What part of that? This happened again back in 2021. Early 2021 too. It wasn't like the back half of the year. This was like the start of the year of 2021. Half full year to process that. 2021, this happened. And has been happening since. So what part of that made you think that like James Charles was like a good person? You thought it was a lapse in judgment? I have made a severe lapse in my judgment. Logan Paul had ass. I mean, what are we fucking talking about? What are we fucking talking about? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. That could have been an email. That apology should have been an email. That apology should have been an email. That apology, it's missing like a black square and some white text. Like that apology. Because let me tell you, that didn't seem serious to me. That apology didn't seem not a lick of serious. It didn't have a lick of seriousness in it. And you know why I don't think it was serious? Because why can I see your nipple? Let me ask you something. Why are we face to face and your nipple down there staring at me too? Like, you're not serious. Have you ever given an apology shirtless in bed? I've never done that. I've never given a serious apology shirtless and in bed. And you know, I love being shirtless. I love being in bed. I love two of those things. I love both of them together. but I've never given a serious apology that way. So I know he's not serious. Any apology done from your bed is just unserious. It is. It really is. Lying down on your bed, you don't give a fuck. You don't care. You don't care. Not one bit. Not one bit. And my last thing about this is just that if it took you this to think that James Charles was weird, James Charles is not a good person. James Charles is a predator, as I said previously. I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I don't really know what to tell you. I think you're weird too for like waiting this long to like lock in on him. Frankly, I do think you're weird too. It's different if you didn't know. But if you knew, it's weird that it took you this long. I know it's because he's white. We said that earlier. I was like, he keeps getting away with it because, again, like Shane Dawson, he's white and he's a man. He's white and he's a man. You see how they threw, not for nothing, truthfully not for nothing, because, like, the situations are different. They really are. And, like, that guy has got to die. Like, not James Charles. But, like, I shouldn't even say that. But, like, that guy's got to go. The guy, David, in the murder of Celeste, the child that he was grooming and then unfortunately allegedly murdered. They are throwing the fucking book at that guy. They're throwing, which they should, mind you. They definitely should. Like, I am like 3,000,000,000% because that guy's a piece of shit. Truthfully, a piece of shit. I hate any story with children. That's just how I feel about it. I think any story with children just really hits me hard. In terms of like children being taken advantage of in James Charles' situation, or children having their lives cut short in the case of David, but they're throwing the fucking book at him. I do believe to some extent, because yes, obviously his crimes are fucking horrendous. I cannot state this enough. Like, I want him out of here. I really do believe. I was talking about this with a friend, actually. I was like, I think we should bring back medieval torture specifically for him. Like, that shit that they were doing where they, like, lift up your eyeballs and, like, let the crows pick out your eyes. Like, we should bring that back specifically just for him. But do I think, like, him being black has anything to do with the way in which they're throwing the book at him? Yes, because it always does. Like, yes, it always does. Because there are a lot of people, James Charles, who should already be in jail, who are not. Who are not. He admitted to it. He literally admitted to it. And he got off scot-free. Scot-free. No jail time. Not even an investigation. No one gave a fuck. No one gave a fuck to even investigate for those poor fucking kids that got taken advantage of by this absolute sicko. It's awful. Absolutely awful. That's how I feel about it. So I just caught you up in the James Charles situation. Congrats. James Charles is like one of the worst people. And every single time I hear about him, it just gets worse. Like, every single time I hear about him, I get mad. I get mad all over again. He's like up there with like Shane Dawson for me. Shane Dawson and like Jeffree Star. Where it's like, if I hear their names, like, my day is worse, you know? And that's just how I feel about it. There's nothing more to say because that's really how the story ends, because it's literally happened over the course of, like, 48 hours. So, that's the topic. Let's move on. I gotta look at my notes. Let's move on. Today's National Shrimp Day. Oh my god. Today's National Shrimp Day. Oh my god. I should have eaten some shrimp today. National Shrimp Day. Love shrimp. Shout out to all my men. They're 5, 6. I couldn't even get it out without laughing. Short kings everywhere. Short kings everywhere. Today's your day. Short queens too. Short royalty. Short non-binary royalty. Hey, yo. It's your day today. Hi, Kashan. Hi, yo. Okay, let's talk about VTuber shit. Let's talk about small VTuber drama. Less important stuff than allegations and whatnot. Let's talk about VTuber drama. So I'll start this conversation off. Hugs for me. Thank you. I'll start this conversation off by saying, I don't want. It's gonna sound like I'm victim blaming, but it's gonna sound like I'm victim blaming, and I'm not. I need everybody to know that, like, I am on this woman's side. I'm on a lot of people's side when it comes to this situation. So I just want to preface everything that I'm gonna say moving forward by saying that I am on their side, and also I'm confused, I'm confused. So we're gonna talk about art-related drama in the VTuber sphere. So this content creator, whose name is Cream, thanks for the hug. Oh, I didn't hug you back. I didn't hug you back. I thought you were sending vibes. I didn't hug you back. I don't hug people. I definitely didn't hug you back. I don't hug people. But you can imagine a hug with me, I guess. I don't hug people. You can daydream about it. I can't co-sign the hug. I can't co-sign it. It's not in my nature. This content creator, whose name is Cream, on Twitter, Cream Puff, does commissions, and she replied to another content creator called Alochi. Thank you for the thirsty redeem. I am thirsty. Thank you for also the red on my check. Thank you. I'm sitting up so straight. Well, I'm getting to the story about, I'm going to explain the art situation. I'm getting there. So, content creator Cream Puff, who does commissions, replied to content creator Alochi. Also, the 3-minute ad break is about to be happening in about 1 minute, so you may miss the main parts of the story if you're not subscribed to me. Hi, hello, this puppkats. Unless you have a Twitch Prime and or Turbo. Otherwise, I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Hop in about 1. Alochi made a Twitter post saying, I keep watching artists I commed a year ago or more open up comms. It'd be one thing if it was one person, but I think I have atrocious luck with being scammed regularly. I always trust people and try to help. I'm just like a huge idiot. And this Twitter post blew up because, a lot of people in the VTuber space have really experienced that, right? Like calming somebody and then not having their comm or commission prioritized. So a lot of people were really relating to it. And then Cream Puff replied saying huggies, and that further blew up this because Cream Puff, as it turns out, is one of the people that I love she was talking about. It's like that meme of Garfield where he's like, I wonder who that could be about. It's like, it's about you. The tweet is about you. So then because they replied like huggies with like a crying emoji, and then it came out that like, bitch, this is about you. Is this play about us? This play is about you, for sure. And content creator Alochi revealed that yes, it's Cream Puff that I'm talking about, and said please, like, quote retweeted it or retweeted their reply and said please just do my art or refund me at this point, because they had told on their Twitter account that they had been waiting 2 years for this art. 2 years. Meanwhile, Cream is still accepting commissions and not doing theirs. 2 years they had waited for their commission. 2 years. So then Cream responded to the quote retweet and said, I updated you on Discord about stuff. I said I'm trying my best to update everyone as life is hard. Please check it if you haven't. I updated you a few days ago. So then Alochi responded and said, I'm sorry you're going through a rough time. I paid you $800. $800. I had to leave room for the pregnant pause for that price point. I paid you around $800 almost 2 years ago, though, and I have nothing. Not even the chibi to show for it. You keep opening comms and making adoptables, which I've told you before made me uncomfortable. At this point, frankly, it just feels like I will never get the art. Now, they had a little back and forth where they were basically Cream was like, it wasn't 800, it was 600. Crazy. It wasn't 800, it was 600. Bitch. Not for nothing, but bitch, be for real. Like, bitch, be for real. Are you serious right now? So then they were having a back and forth because Alochi was like, but no, it was like around 800. Cream was like, mind you, they're arguing about $200. $600 is also fucking crazy for artwork. Are we serious? 600 fucking doubloons. 600 fucking doubloons. Are we being so fucking for real? Like, even if it was 600, she's like, it was only it was like 600, not 800. Bitch, be for real. Like, that's why I'm like, are you serious? Are we serious right now? All these tweets, by the way, all blew up, so this whole thing, like, blew up. I remember it, like, trending for a little bit, because, like, now everybody got to get involved now. So, they had a little back and forth. What had happened after... And it also didn't help that, like, this person, Cream, the person who does the commissions, she was also, like, begging for money online, which, we love begging. We love begging. Mind you, my Switch 2 is also 50% funded. Hi-ho, hi-ho, hi-hello. Read the pinned. She was begging for money casually after taking everybody else's money and not giving them the art that they were owed. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll shorten the story. I'll shorten it for you. She tried defending herself. That didn't work. She tried defending herself. That didn't work. Then released an apology. Long ass apology. And I'll summarize it because I don't really want to read the whole thing. It's basically a, public apology stating that, I wanted to keep everybody updated. I had burnout, I had health issues, all of this stuff happened. If you experience delayed, is this because I'm in physical pain, I recognize that, this is not an excuse, it's an explanation, like that, all this stuff. They explained that they were taking small orders still. They're still taking commissions while not fulfilling other people's commissions because, they can only handle so much and blah, 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 blah. If you want to go read it, you can go read it. I think this apology is really bad. So I don't have any incentive to read the whole thing. And honestly, I find it to just not be true. Like, do I believe that, like, this person has health issues? Yes, I totally believe that. Do I believe this person was taking more commissions because they had lower energy and could only do smaller works? I totally believe that. I absolutely believe that. I would never deny somebody's disability or somebody's energy level or availability to do work, right? But do I believe that, like, they were unintentionally a bad communicator? I don't believe that. I really just don't believe you. I don't believe that. Because, like, this only blew up because Alochi made the post about it, but there are other people that came forward that were like, my commission's also not done. My commission's also not done. We've also been talking. You've been talking to a lot of people about the same shit. Same shit, different day, every single day. You're having the same fucking conversation with all of these people about how their commissions basically aren't done. For 2 years, mind you, because this person paid you 2 years ago. And you still don't have the art done. Like, you didn't have a good day. In 2 years? You didn't have a good day. Not one good day in 2 years? I can understand, oh, I'm going to be late because, you know, I had a really bad mental health day, I had a really bad physical health day, you know, I need to take a couple days off. I'll get to you in like 2 weeks. I'll get it to you in like 3 weeks, right? You didn't have not one good day. Even though you're cranking out art for everybody else, you didn't have not one good day in 2 years. That's why I'm just like, I don't... I simply cannot follow this. I cannot follow this apology. I'm confused. I'm confused about this one. She basically stated that, also just to like wrap it up, she stated that, you know, she's apologizing, it was unprofessional, anybody who has been failed by her, reach out privately to discuss, you know, apologies. Now, let's circle back. Cream is wrong. I want this to be very clear. Cream is wrong. You should not be having clients, which I've said this a bazillion times before, but like some VTubers want to open basically a business, right? You're good at drawing and you want to open up a business. You're like, oh, I should start doing commissions because I'm good at drawing. But if you're not good at customer service, you actually shouldn't open up a VGen. You actually should not open up like a shop, essentially, because you're not good at customer service. If you're not good at communication, you should not be opening up any fucking business. Sometimes you just draw good. Draw good. Let me just draw well, right? That does not mean that just because you have a skill or ability to do something that it gets now turned into a business. Not everything is a fucking marketing opportunity. Not everything is a capitalist decision. Please, I understand that people need to make their money, but if you're not good at like key parts of that business creation, you have no business doing a business. That's just the long and the short end of it. Truthfully. Why not hire someone to help? I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. Is this Alochi written this way? Because if so, I know this content creator, but I haven't seen them in years. No, it's not that one. It's like Elochi, Elochi. Alochi TV. Yeah, it's not that one. So, mind you, again, Kareem was on the timeline. The tweets are still up. Kareem was on the timeline being like, I should do emergency commissions. Girl, you got a lot to worry about. You have commissions already on the backlog. What are you talking about emergency commissions? There are commissions waiting for you. Oh, mama. Whoa, mama. There's a lot of commissions behind you waiting to be done. Better open up your tablet and start working. You need to open up that fucking tablet. What are you talking about? Should I open up emergency commissions? I'm so hungry. I wish I could have food right now. Girl, you got $800 burning a hole in that pocket. Oh, $800 that you took from somebody 2 years ago. You need to figure it out quickly. Figure it out quickly. Thank you for the follow. Thanks much. Hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are. Figure it out. And quickly. Snap. Again, like, drawing for other people is very different than drawing for yourself, right? Like, I have a ton of works in progress on my tablet because I don't owe anybody anything because I'm not drawing for somebody else, right? Hi, you. Hi. I'm not drawing for... Hi, from Austria. Hi, you. I'm not drawing for anybody else. I'm drawing for me. If somebody had paid me, yeah, I'd be on that ass. Yeah, I'd be on that fucking drawing. I'd have that shit done by tonight. I'd have it nearly done by tonight. Bet that. Because it's somebody's time. Somebody worked really hard to have all that money for me. So, you know, I'm going to put in the time right back in order to give you good art. Seems like this commissioner, this person doesn't value their client's time personally. Again, I'll just start I have to keep saying this, but I'll start the conversation off by saying, I think Cream is wrong. But the thing is, stay with me, walk with me. The thing is, 2 years, $800. You guys, and when I say you guys, only a hit dog hollers, so if you're upset about my statement, you have to investigate that for yourself once again. You guys have got to have better boundaries with the people that you commission. This is a service. You are being taken advantage of. You want to be nice so bad. That's people-pleasing tendencies, by the way. You have people-pleasing tendencies. Like, if you're allowing this behavior to happen, you have to go to therapy. Like, for real. Like, you have got to go to therapy. For real. Because what other service would you pay $800 for, not receive it, and then wait around 2 years to see if you're going to get it? Name one. You want to be liked by the people that are supposed to be providing you a service so bad that you let yourself be disrespected. That's people-pleasing tendencies. There's something inside of you that's not allowing for growth. What other service would you pay $800 for? Like, again, I think Cream is wrong. Do I also think that Alochi in this situation needed to, like, figure it out very quickly and shouldn't have let this behavior persist? Yes. And I think a lot of VTubers do this shit, because I do see a Twitter post like this take off maybe every other week, like 2 weeks, right? Where somebody will be like, I've been waiting from this artist for like 3 years for a commission. 3 years? You've been waiting 3 years. You can get a full degree in 3 years. You get a bachelor's in 3 years. I know, because I did it. You get a bachelor's degree in 3 years. That's nearly all of high school. You can finish basically all of high school. 3 years. 3 years. You've been waiting years? Not even 1 year. Years? For artwork? Why? That's my question every single time. Why are you allowing yourself to be disrespected like this? Especially when PayPal has a system, literally, because I know some people would be like, because I'm about to knock out these arguments about this real quick, because people would be like, well, I don't know if I can get my money back. Yes, you can. PayPal has buyer protection on your payments. If you paid through VGen, you most likely went through PayPal as well. It has buyer protection. I forget the dates for that. I think it's like 180 days or something like that. And as long as you reach out to PayPal, yes, it's up to 180 days for any dispute. So you have like 180 days since purchase, essentially. And they will refund you, because first of all, VGen's not going to refund you if you're reaching out to VGen. You're just reaching out to VGen to make sure they don't ban your account when you reach out to PayPal. Because VGen is a middleman. They're not going to refund your money. You're still going to have to ask the person, basically, who's scamming you to give you the money back. Essentially. And if they don't want to do that, you have to go through PayPal in order to do that. VGen is not going to do anything for you. I know, because I went through this, and also I lost money in this entire process, and I still think about it the whole fucking time. It really pissed me off. Because I was like, what the fuck is VGen's purpose for then, if they're not gonna whatever? If I can't get my full payment back, what the fuck? Anyway. You have up to 180 days on PayPal. If you cannot, for whatever reason, go through PayPal, let's say PayPal isn't trying to give you your money back, they're taking too long, they side with the person instead of you, even though you can just say, I never received my my purchase. I've done this many a times, or like I never received my money. I never received my money. I never received my package. I did not receive like my art. I didn't receive what I was promised. And then you just upload the fact that you've been basically DMing this person. You upload all of the conversations. PayPal looks at it and they say okay, and then I think at one point I sent them a picture of my empty hand because I had this package. I had this fucking package that never showed up. I had this package. Not getting that money. Wait, what are you saying, Anu? Like, you're not gonna get that money back? I had this package that never arrived from this fucking small business that I was trying to support. And I literally just sent them a picture of my empty hand because I was like, I don't have it. Like, I'm supposed to have a package and I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I have the messages and my empty. Like, the package is supposed to be here. The package is supposed to be in my fucking hand. I'm still pissed off about that too because it was like a Lolita dress and I never got it. So upset. So mad. If, let's say for whatever reason, PayPal is not with you, go to your bank. The place where all the money's at. Go to your bank and dispute that. Your bank is gonna side with you every single time. Your bank, if PayPal doesn't side with you, your bank will. Your bank will. The only thing that's a problem with that is that you may get like banned from like VGen or something. That's why I'm like, you have to go through VGen and tell them, if you're buying through VGen, you have to go through VGen and basically tell them like, hey, I never got my shit back, so they don't ban you. I thought you were talking about those customers. I thought I might have misheard you. I mean, yeah, if you wait longer than 180 days, they waited 2 years. She waited 2 years in order to bring this up again, make this public. You should have really locked in at 180 days for that PayPal. And then, again, dispute it with your bank. Call your bank and be like, I paid for this and I never fucking received this. Dispute that shit. They will give you your fucking money back. The bank will definitely give you your money back. The bank will give it back to you. The bank will do that in literally 2 business days. You will get your fucking money back. Most definitely. You'll get your money back. And then the other people will most likely be in trouble because banks hate giving their money back. Banks hate giving their money back, and that's gonna be a fault of them. Whatever it's through, that's exactly why VGen will ban you, because they're not trying to get them bad reviews. They're not trying to get that. Oh, you guys keep getting refunds from banks. They're not trying to hear all that. They're not trying to hear all that. But it'll be an issue for like VGen or whatever service you paid through. But like your bank will refund you. Take your money back from these people. Take your money back from these people. If you don't get what you are promised, take your money back. Once again, what have you paid for in your life? $800. Think about anything you paid for in your life. $800 that you did not get. And you waited 2 years in order to get it. I can't think of anything in my life that's like that. I don't want to hear this commercial. It's just about Arbor Day, but I'm not trying to hear that. I'm just so confused. I'm genuinely really confused. And I said at the start of this, it sounds like I'm victim blaming, which again, I'm not really. Like, I do agree that Cream is wrong in this situation, but do I think that Alochi is also wrong, and people that don't actively basically advocate for themselves are also wrong? Well, yes. Yes. Well, yes. I also think it's wrong to not advocate for yourself. You're disrespecting yourself by not taking that fucking money back. That's hard money that you worked for. That's time out of your life that you will never get back, and you earned that fucking money. Why would you just let them have it? I've seen VTubers on the timeline that have been like, I spent $1,000, like thousands of dollars with this artist, and they never gave me my artwork back. Dispute that with your bank. You have got to start disputing shit with your bank. I'm so confused. Do people not realize that your bank will refund you? I'm really confused about this part. Are people like, your bank is your bank. Like, if you tell them you did not get it, which you didn't, by the way, you're not like you're lying. It's not like you're committing any fraud. You didn't get it. You did not get it. You got scammed. You need to go through that and say that purchase, get rid of that. That purchase that I made, that $1,000 purchase, yeah, get that out of here. That's rent money. Are you guys okay? That's rent money. Do you guys like hear? Rent money that you guys are wasting on these artists that are literally scamming you. Literally scamming you. At this point in time, did she get her refund back? Did she get the art that she wanted back? No. No, she is not. So there's no like happy ending, I guess. There's no like happy ending, I guess, to this story where it's like, oh, and then she got her refund back and everything. I just don't really understand artists, or no, I shouldn't even say artists, but like I don't really understand like VTubers allowing for this to happen, because I literally like I said this yesterday in stream, but like I'm very anal retentive. I'm very neurotic. Like I will literally check in with you in 3 business days. If you tell me, I check when people, because on any comms page, they literally tell you how long it takes for them to work, unless I'm getting like a skeb or something like that, which a skeb is just like you get it when you get it, essentially within like a 30-day time frame. I will check in with you in 3 business days. I'll be like, how's it going? If it's due at the end of the week, I will check in with you every 2 days. If it's due in like 2 weeks, I'll check in with you 3 days. Because why wouldn't I check in? What's going on? I gave you money. Where is it? Where is it? If the artist is already doing that, fantastic. I don't even think it's introverts. Like, I'm an introvert. I think it genuinely is what I'm saying. What I said earlier. You are a people pleaser. You are a people pleaser. That's destructive, by the way. Like, I'm not saying that to be like condescending. I'm just saying that because it's just the facts. Like, that is destructive. To be a people pleaser, as a recovering people pleaser, is literally destructive to your quality of life. Because again, what service have you received or they paid for $800 that you don't check in on? It seems like they're checking in on it. What is it's like, are you asking what is a people pleaser? They want people to like them so much at a detriment to themselves. Right, so this may look like not advocating for yourself for a commission because you'll give the artist like another day, right? Your work was supposed to be done. Like on the 10th, and it's on the 10th, and they're asking for more time and more time and more time and more time, and you just allow it. You just keep allowing it. Just keep allowing it. What if it's like a conflict avoider? I mean, you can be a people pleaser and a conflict, and be conflict avoidant. You can be both. But also, like, being conflict avoidant is also unhealthy. Again, I'm not saying that to be like condescending, because I am a recovering people pleaser. I am somebody who I wanted people to like me at a detriment to myself. I would not advocate for myself. I would let things happen to me that were literally fucking crazy. I'd let people talk to me fucking crazy. I'd let like things slide that I knew were bad for me, that did not feel good in my heart, because I wanted people to like me. You cannot live like this. You cannot live like this, because life is full of conflict. That is a fact. I think all these people need to go to therapy. That's just me. But as I always say, you have to go to therapy. You've got to go to therapy. Because if you had went to therapy, you would know this about yourself. And you would have sorted this out, and then you wouldn't be conflict avoidant. Because you cannot live your life being conflict avoidant, because life is full of conflict. Work is full of conflict. What's going to happen if something happens in the workplace that you need to advocate for? What if you have a client that's like being very pushy and like not respecting your time? Are you just gonna let them keep being pushy to you? And like, let's say you have a meeting and you need to leave the meeting at 50, but like you're having a meeting with a client and they're like, just keep talking and talking and talking and talking. you need to cut off the meeting. Like, you gotta go. You have other obligations. Being conflict avoidant is literally detrimental to your life, and you gotta sort that out. 2 years is insanity. Frankly, I had a situation with an artist, and I'll say it because I'm not conflict avoidant, because it happened, and I don't think there's anything wrong with me naming the person or like calling out anything. But like, well, actually, I can even just name another one. Like, my model artist for my chibi that I don't currently use at the moment, was the worst. There's like, what's her name, Jolene Orenji, who's not even like online anymore because she literally was like scamming people. And I'm lucky that I even got my model, but like, she literally took forever to do my art, and my heart and my rigging, and I would check in with her all the time, and I literally had to tell her that I'm going to do a chargeback. Like, I'm gonna refund this shit if it don't come. If this shit doesn't come, I'm gonna have to do a chargeback. Like, we're getting close to like, because it was like months, and I was like, I'm gonna call my bank. Like, I will call my bank and issue a refund. Like, fuck you think this is? I'm not gonna be doing this shit with you back and forth forever. Like, I can't. And that really was the longest that I waited. I also had issue with my overlays, my new overlays that I use for like my drawing screen, and also internet time and gaming, and also my new logo that you see like when I do transitions, for my logo artist, where they just took forever. They just took forever. Like, they kept extending my deadline, and I was like, I don't like this, because like, I commissioned you because you told me that it could be done at a certain deadline, and like, I had my debut scheduled, and like, this is really unprofessional, It was just a hot fucking mess. Like, it was like and it was like one of the last things I was waiting for. And again, like, I had to have like a serious conversation where I was like, this sucks. Like, this sucks. Like, this sucks. Everything about this sucks. And like, did they end up giving me my work at the very end of this all, so like, I didn't have to refund? Yes. But like, it just sucks to go through that experience. And I'm sure if I wasn't on top of them, they probably would have asked for more time, more this, more that, because I don't think they were really respecting my time, or my money, really. And that's how I feel about that. So that's the situation, that's the story. I just think, like, I don't know why you guys are doing this to yourselves. Like, I actually don't really understand why you guys are doing this to yourself. For real. Hi, cheese guy. I'm like really tired all of a sudden. It sucks that I had to come to that. Some people don't even get much the response. That's why I'm like, issue the fucking chargeback with your bank. Like, issue a chargeback with your bank. Like, you're upset? I don't know. How long does your bank have? Let's look. I mean, I'm assuming every bank is different. I mean, I'm sure definitely not 2 years. I'm sure about that. Definitely not 2 years. I'm sure you can't go back 2 years and be like, I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Yeah. Because it also depends on, like, was that on a credit card? Was that on a debit card? I mean, every bank has their own. Hi, Austin. Hi, yo. Because some places are saying 90 days. Some people are saying 60 days. Either way, she's past. It's 2 years. She's past it either way. But I'm like, you guys have to start, like, charging that shit back. Charge that shit back. I'm just yawning a lot because I'm like really cold. My which I shouldn't even. Am I actually even cold? I didn't even know why I said that. No, I am cold. I want to be in bed. But I don't want to go to sleep. I'm just gonna be in bed watching YouTube. Like, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'm gonna be in bed watching YouTube. Like, I'm not. I'm not going to sleep. I am not going to sleep. But I do want to just be lying down. I say it all the time, but if I could stream from my bed. If I could stream from my bed, I would stream way longer. I would stream much, much longer. Because I might as well lie down. Like, it's not really about me wanting to, like, end the stream or me feeling tired. Like, I just want to lie down while I'm talking. You know? Because most of my gonna get a bed set up. No. No. Maybe if, no. No. I could make it to the chair. I could make it to the chair. I could. Plus, I really would not leave my bed. For real. But I do know, like, I think I remember, like, Iron Mouse having that. Like, a bed setup, because she couldn't get out of bed because of her disorder. I say, well, no, because I was thinking about it. I was like, not right now. Maybe later. Maybe down the line. Hi, Kiwi. I was like, maybe down the line. Like, if I ever had money, I don't know, maybe. But, like, moving all my stuff to the bed. Moving all my stuff, like, this shit ain't gonna move. Like, all this stuff. I need, like, a lot of, like, cords. I'd have a lot to move. I probably, like, knock something over on accident, because I'm accident prone. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I'd be curious to see her setup. Like, just as I don't know, like, how her disability is, but I'd just be curious. I'm always curious about, like, other disabled people's setups, the way they do their homes. I'm assuming she's never shown that, because why would she show that? But I'd just be curious. I'm making an assumption that she has never shown that, but I'm just curious. Because, that's fair, I didn't even think about the monitors. Yeah, it's like monitors and cords, and it's also just about, like, my routine and the way in which I get up and the way in which I process. Because, like, I told everybody that, like, I moved in to, like, my new place, like, 3 weeks ago, right? And, like, obviously, you know that, but the part I'm telling you, because I took stream time off, but, like, the part I did tell you guys about is that my family set up my kitchen and my living room before I left. Yeah, why would she exactly? Before I left. But, like, they set it up, like, Satan set it up in a way where it's, like, exactly how they would set it up at home. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, this is, like, a very able-bodied person's idea of a kitchen. Like, this isn't gonna work. Because, like, they put everything on, like, super, super, like, high shelves. Mind you, I'm 5'6". Everybody else in my family is, like, 5'10" and above. They put everything on, like, high shelves. Nothing was, like, centralized to, like, areas, like, easy access to things. Like, everything was, like, so far away. Like, the salt felt like it was 5 feet away from the oven. I'm like, why is it over here? Like, my pots and pans. Shane put everything on a top shelf. Everything on a top shelf. I was like, I would never do that. Like, all of my stuff is on, like, lower levels, not just because I am a person that's 5'6", but also because I'm a person with disability, and sometimes, like, for example, today, because I'm in so much pain, I can't really lift my arms super high, so I would not be able to reach for things. I would not be able to reach for things if it's on a super high shelf without putting myself in pain. Well, when in the lower cupboards, fuck knows, I changed everything. Fuck knows, I changed the whole fucking kitchen. That's what I did when the power went out. I explained yesterday, that's what I did when the power went out. I started shifting everything in that kitchen. Because it was still looking the same from like when they had, which I mean, I appreciate that they had taken the time to try and at least set up my kitchen for me before they had left. But I was like, this kitchen's a hot mess. Like, I've got to fix it. Like, I've got to fix everything. I've got to fix everything. Because usually I have like all my spices and stuff like that organized and like like right by the stove too, because it makes it easier for me to remember to what I was doing, because I have severe memory loss. Hi, hello, if you're new here, I have severe memory loss. I don't need help. If I need help, I'll ask, but no one needs to baby me. I'm an adult. I can figure it out for myself. But like sometimes I'll be making stuff and then I just like will forget to put something in there. So I have all of my spices and stuff laid out specifically so that I don't do that when I'm cooking. Like, I will remember everything and I'll line them up specifically so that I know where everything is and I haven't forgotten anything. I was like, you gotta just put all my spices wherever you fucking thought. Like, because they kind of literally organized it the way they have their house organized, literally. And not to flex my tall boy privileges, but I love putting things on higher shelves just to know that nobody can mess with my stuff. But I can, though. You never seen me climb a shelf. I can get up there. I can, in fact, get up there. Like, they put the pots and the pans so far away. They put, like, my cutting boards so far away. I was like, I'm never gonna cut stuff. Which you might be like, it's not that far. It's all in the kitchen. What do you mean you're never gonna cut stuff? It's like, well, it's like out of sight, out of mind. Like, I need to see all my stuff in order for me to know that I have it. Because otherwise I'm just literally gonna forget that it's there, for one. And then for two, I am a disabled, low energy individual with a lot of chronic illnesses, and chronic fatigue. If something is too far, I literally won't get it. If something is too far, I'm not getting that shit. I'll give up. I'll give up tonight. Give up immediately. So I need everything to be close. So I don't give up and I just do the thing. But I was very productive, you know. I was very, very productive. And I got all my stuff done. I got all my stuff done. I can't believe I have to go to work tomorrow. I think about this all the time. I'm like, oh, I'm back on the capitalist agenda. Can't believe I gotta go to work tomorrow. Wow. And it's a full day. It's a full day. I'm crying. It's a full day. I want to play Tomodachi Life. I want to be in my bed. I want to play Tomodachi Life. No. Tough. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, almost 3 hours. When's the next ad break? What's the next ad break? Next ad. Ooh, 20 minutes? That's kind of far. 20 minutes? That's kind of far. That's kind of far. Rip damn jobs. I know. I, like, not for nothing. I know, like, well, I don't really care, but, like, I was about to say, like, not to have another serious conversation, but then I was like, I actually really don't care that, because it's my stream, so if I want to have, like, 16 serious conversations, like, that's fine. But, like, I don't dream of labor, you know? Like, I know a lot of people will say that, like, casually. I have to fix how I'm sitting, because my legs are starting to hurt. A lot of people will say that casually, but I say it in the way that, like, I mean it. Oh, I mean it. frozen for a minute there. Whoa. Give me a second. I gotta unplug something. Before I start on this conversation. Maybe that's my cue, actually, to just end the stream. Before I even try and, like, fix anything. Tracking's gonna be off for a second, because I gotta fix something, because my light is dying, because I unplugged my Nintendo Switch, because I wanted to play my Switch in my bed. And I wanted to play the Switch in my bed, but my Switch was powering, like, 5 different things, so right now it's not powering shit. Including my light, which is now battery operated, and the battery is dying because it's not plugged into my Nintendo Switch. So I'm gonna plug it in elsewhere. Just give me a second. Okay, it's fixed now. Should be fixed now. A little bit. A little tiny bit. It's still charging now, so it's on like the lower end. It's not as bright as it normally is. So my tracking might be a little off. Anyway, this will be my final topic. Maybe it will last 20 minutes, but once I'm done, this will be my last topic of the night. But I don't really dream of labor. I don't. I think it's fine if other people dream of labor. I think it's really cool that other people may have things that they're like super, super passionate about, and they're like, I would love to do that job for the rest of my life. I personally do not have that feeling. I don't dream of working an endless cycle for the rest of my life. I have picked a job in a field because I have to. Because everything costs money. Which is fake, by the way. It's fake, by the way. It's arbitrary. It's completely arbitrary. Tomorrow they could tell you that, you know, Cheerios cost $13, even though today they cost $10. Why? Why? The formula hasn't changed. I'm not getting more Cheerios. I think I'm getting less, actually. It's all arbitrary. But I have to work a job because everything costs money. Even though I didn't ask to be here, mind you. I did not. Mind you, I did not ask to be here. Somebody just popped me into the world one day and brought me into this capitalist society I did not ask to be a part of. Did not, for the life of me, ask to be a part of. But everything has to cost money. Like my shelter costs money. I have to pay rent for that. Food costs money. Water costs money. Light costs money. Electricity costs money. Everything costs money. So I have to get a job. Even though I don't necessarily dream of labor. I do think that, like, if let's say I had unlimited funds in my bank account, would I still be doing the career that I do now? I'd like to think so. I'd like to think that I would still do it, but I do it extremely casually, very, very casually. And I think I'd be doing other things. Yeah, no, I think I'd be doing a lot more of other things. Like if I was a Nepo baby and I had like all of my funds paid for, I definitely would be doing other things. I'd travel. Wow. Newsflash. New idea, but new idea, but not that new. But I'd travel. I'd definitely stream more. I'd go full time into just content making. I'd explore tons of different content styles and things like that. Because you have the time to kind of do that if you're not really thinking about money. But like, no, I do not dream of labor, and I actually hate the phrase dream job, even though I understand what people are saying when they say that. But like, I also just hate the phrase because I've used that phrase too. But you know, like, I understand what people are saying when they say that. It's like, well, the best job that I can get in this capitalist society that we exist in. Also, as an aside, a lot of people get really frustrated with me when I keep calling out that like the society is capitalist. I don't really know what you want me to do with that information. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really know what you want me to do with that information. Like, when you sit here and you're mad at me for using the word capitalism in its rightful context, because we do live in a capitalist society, we do not live in any other society. We live in a society that values capital, i.e. money, and would run you over with a steamroller if it meant that like stockholders could have like, you know, $2 more in their bank account. People would genuinely run you over with a steamroller, which is insane, by the way. Have you seen how fast a steamroller goes? It's very slow. They'd still do it. They'd still do it. You'd be crying and shit. They still do it. For $2, they would sell you for a nickel if they could. Hashtag Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs, why? They would. Most definitely. Most definitely. So if you're upset that I keep using the word capitalism, I don't know, you should be mad at people who put you in this capitalist society. You should be mad at the society. You need to figure that one out. You really should. Yeah, I'm sure there's a job out there for me that I'd really enjoy, but everything I've done so far has just been for money. Nothing I've like loved. Like, I love my job. I will say that. I love my job. I genuinely can't see myself doing anything else. Like, I do believe that this is the career for me. And also, like, again, as I said previously, I don't dream of labor. Like, if I didn't have to clock into work, you see how I just said it earlier? I can't believe I have to go to work. Even if I love my job, it's still fucking work. I don't want to do it. I don't dream of labor. I don't want to do it. I want to be able to do it without the pressure of needing the money. You see? That's what I want to do. I like my job. I do. I chose my job because I actually like my job. It was the best job for me. Financially, and also because it's like a lot of things that I love, actually. A lot of my core points of being. But like, again, I don't want to be forced to have to do it. But I am forced to do it. But I am forced to do it. Wow. Yeah. That's it. I don't know. I don't have any more to say about that. My tummy's... Well, it's not even my tummy. I think my side is just hurting. I thought it was my tummy. And then I was like, that's actually not where your stomach is. I was thinking about it while I was talking about James Charles. I was like, that's actually not where your stomach is. You're experiencing a different pain. I don't even know what that is. I have no idea what that pain is. But I think it's the I need to lie down pain. So I should probably just go lie down, probably play some Tamagotchi Life and watch some YouTube. That'll be fun. I should probably eat something too. Speaking of disordered eating from like 2 hours ago, but like probably eat some before. Well, I'll eat something after a nap. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I'll eat something after a nap. Let me check my schedule. Check the schedule. Check that schedule. Oh, that's why. Okay, got it. Yeah, I don't even have a break. Tomorrow. Damn, that sucks. I'm back to back. Oh, I'm so tired after. I'm so sleepy. So sleepy. I thought I had a break. I was hoping if I looked at the calendar it would have changed, but but no, it did not. It didn't yet. I think it was a good stream. I do. I know I spent the majority of it talking about James Charles, but I don't care. No breaks. Yeah, I have like back-to-back meetings. technically I have like a 15-minute break in between, but it's not enough. It's not enough, man. The 15-minute break is for me to like document basically what happened in the fucking meeting. I have like back-to-back meetings. I can't. But it's okay. It's only in the morning. It's only in the morning, which is worse. It's only in the morning, and then I get to clock out. It's not too crazy. It's a lot, but it's not too crazy. It's not too crazy, but yeah, I do have to be up in the morning. Ew, mornings. I know, but I'd always work a morning over working an afternoon because I hate mornings. So I'd rather work during a time that I hate. I don't want to work during the nighttime. That's my time. I love the nighttime. Because I had somebody, because like my job fortunately does offer flexibility where I could work at night. I could work at night if I wanted to, and I actively chose not to because like why the fuck would I be working during a time when I'm happy? Like be serious with me for 5 minutes. Why am I working at a time when I'm happy? So I can be upset? No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I am a night owl. I am a very happy person at night. I literally come alive at nighttime. You're not getting me. Again, in this capitalist society, you get me at my worst. You will get me in the morning, and I clock out at 5. That's why I actually do like a 9 to 5. Oh, but I wish I had the traditional 9 to 5. And when I say that, I mean like, I want the first 9 to 5. Like when they first announced 9 to 5 as a thing. I want that 9 to 5. 9 to 5s nowadays, they ain't the same that they used to be. They don't pay the same. Back in the day, when you had a 9 to 5, you made enough money to go cheat on your wife. Back in the day, if you had a 9 to 5, you could have 2 families, 2 houses, like literally 2 different houses. 2 families, at least 2 kids in both of those houses. At least. And you could feed all of them. You could feed literally every single one of them. Both wives. Nowadays, you can't even feed yourself. You can't even feed yourself. Oh no. Is my job paid enough and an opening? I'd change. That's the last yawn for B. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So much for everybody who's tuning into the stream today. I really do appreciate it. So eepy. I'm not gonna go to sleep though. I really need my YouTube time. I really need my YouTube time. It's so funny because like I'll be on stream really yawning for real and then I'm just in bed. I'm just suddenly the minute I'm in bed I get like a second wind. I'm like, stream could have gone on for like 30 more minutes. The stream could have gone on for at least 30 more. 30 more at least. It's the bed, man. It's also the comfiest bed I've ever had. The comfiest bed I've ever had, truthfully. And you know where I bought it? You know where I bought it? You know where I bought this bed? Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess. I bought it off Amazon. Oh. I did. I bought the fucking bed off Amazon. No, I didn't even test. I know, it's crazy. I know. I literally did a crazy thing. I know. I mean, I did a lot of research on the bed. And also, I had never felt the bed before. You know, it's crazy. That's the first time I've ever done that. Because usually, if I buy a mattress, I need to feel the bed. Like, I need to feel it. An Amazon bed? Yeah. Yeah, it's a hybrid bed, too. It's one of them hybrids. And it's the best bed I've ever slept on. And I would link the brand. Honestly and truly, I would, because I don't believe in gatekeeping. But my problem is they don't even sell beds anymore. So, it's off of Amazon. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is a Chinese distributor. Because they don't even sell beds anymore. I tried looking. They don't even sell beds anymore. They don't even sell a mattress anymore. They made just one mattress for me, apparently. It is truthfully the best mattress. Like, I have never had a better mattress. It's so comfortable. It's the most comfortable mattress. And like, I picked a hybrid because normally I like a spring mattress. Normally I like a spring mattress. Also High Godzilla. But at my last place, no, 2 places ago, I lived at a place that had a really hard mattress, like memory foam. And I normally hate memory foam beds. I normally glad they don't ship beds. I'm supposed to ship packages to my job for shipping. What's wrong with an Amazon bed? It's so comfy, Enu. I don't think you understand how comfy this bed is. And I paid more for other beds. I paid more for other mattresses in the past that weren't as good as this one. That's why I'm like so shocked. I was shocked. They're heavy because it's a good bed. It's a good bed. They'll deliver it to straight to your door though. I don't want to lift all that. It wasn't that bad. You can drag it. It wasn't that bad. You get a dolly, fix that right up. Get that right to your house. Unless you live on a second floor. In which case, good luck, Charlie. Good luck, Charlie. Good luck. But it is really so comfortable. Anyway, so I slept on a bed that was like memory foam. And I normally hate memory foam. But because I slept on the bed for literally like 2 years, I became really comfortable with memory foam. And then when I switched to a soft bed again, I actually didn't like it because I was used to the memory foam. It was weird. Even though that I normally like a soft bed. So I needed the hybrid. Best fucking bed. Best fucking bed. I recommend a hybrid. I really do. I recommend a hybrid. It's so good. It's so good. I'm actually really mad that it's that good because I want a bigger bed now that I'm at my new place. And my bedroom, I said before that my bedroom is really big. It can fit a California king in here. Like, dead ass. And I want a California king. So, that's like one of my next things. I'm like, I need a California king, actually. So this bed ain't even gonna last 10 years because I want a California king now. It's upsetting. I mean, I don't know when I'm gonna switch the bed, but I don't know when I'm gonna switch the bed. But like, I've always wanted a California king. A Cal king sounds nice. Yes. It's the largest bed that they make. It's the largest bed they make. Largest one they got. And like, I'm not, again, I'm 5'6", so obviously California kings are made for people that are really tall. I just like sleeping. Like, beds are like my comfort space. Like, they really, really are. Like, I love a nice bed. You know, if I'm ever on a vacation, the bed is where it's at. I need a nice hotel room. I really do. A lot of people would be like, I don't really care about the hotel. I need a nice hotel room because I'm gonna be in there. I'm gonna be in there and I'm gonna be sleeping. I'm gonna wait until after the ad break is done because I had a feeling I could probably talk for 20 minutes. So I'm gonna wait until after the ad break is done and then I'll end stream. Oh, but now I want a California king. I do. It's so good though. The bed, it's so good. It's actually crazy. I didn't expect, because I didn't know what I was gonna do too if the bed didn't feel good. I didn't know. I love rolling around in bed. I really do. I also had no idea what I was gonna do if the bed didn't feel good because I would have opened that fucking bed. And I would have had Amazon. I guess I could have had Amazon come to my house. See if they will come to my house and take this bed out of my house. Because it's like, that's definitely not coming through the Whole Foods. The bed is definitely not fitting at the Whole Foods Amazon return. So, I don't know how they do it when they have huge things that you buy. I don't know how they do it, but... because I've never bought something so big, so... But it was the best bed. It's so good. I love rolling around and being cute and lazy all day when I can. It's just nice to have a good bed. It's nice to have a nice bed. Like, I truthfully will not understand people who are like, I don't really care about my bed. I don't really care about my bedroom. And I know a lot of people, you know, it's also different if somebody like lives in like New York, for example, right? Like nobody's moving to New York for a fucking bedroom. Like if you're living in New York, you don't give a fuck about a bedroom. You don't, because you're planning on being out and about. You are. You're planning on being out and about. You plan on coming home just to sleep and waking up at 8 a.m. in the morning and being out in the city the whole time until like 9 p.m. the next day. So like it's fine. But like if you don't live in a big city, what, like, why don't you care about your bed? Let me ask you something. Why don't you care about your bed? That's where you sleep. You're gonna spend more time in your bed than any other space. Top 10 things that people should like have a high quality thing of is a mattress. Just the mattress. The bed frame is debatable because it's just preference. Because there's like a fuck ton of different styles of like bed frames because that's different. A high quality mattress. You should have good toilet paper in your house. You should never, don't skimp on the toilet paper. Don't skimp on it. I know the one ply is cheaper. That's not important. That's not important. You're gonna find out very quickly why it's cheaper when you have pissed and you're gonna be using so much more toilet paper. You just have got to get yourself a quality toilet paper. You gotta get a high quality toilet paper. I think if you care about your living room, I personally don't use my living room, which I know is like a odd thing to say, but if I could literally just have a bedroom and a kitchen and a bathroom, I would. I literally would, but that's impossible, so I do have a living room. I don't really use my living room, but if you use your living room, you should also have a nice couch. You have to have a nice couch. I think once, I don't have a nice couch right now. Ooh, I used to have a nice couch. I'm waiting for my family to come back. So a studio or a loft. No, I mean a bedroom. I wouldn't do a loft because I don't like high spaces. No, you know, I've had this conversation with everybody. This is the exact Whenever I say this, people are like, so you want to live in a studio? I'm like, no. You're misunderstanding me. I want a bedroom with a door. Like, with a door. I want it separate from the kitchen. I don't want everything all in one space. I've had a studio before. It's not really fun to, like, cook dinner, and then you're trying to go to bed, and you're still smelling the dinner. This is not my ideal situation. I very quickly moved to a one-bedroom after that. You need the door. You need the door. I don't like access to everything all at once. Everything everywhere all at once. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't. So studio's not gonna work. I literally want a one bedroom, but just like less living room. I just want like as little living room. As little living room as possible that one person can have. Which is currently what I have at my place. Which I prefer. Which I like. And I prefer. Got you, big bed, room in the door, and open floor concept. Yeah. I can't do lofts because I can't do stairs. You're also forgetting that I lived in a condominium and we had stairs. And I fell down those stairs damn near every single day. I can't do stairs. For one, I'm disabled. I would literally like have like an asthma attack just trying to go to bed every single day. You mean my bedroom's up there? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you want me to have an asthma attack every single night I'm trying to go to bed? I'm exhausted. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. But no, when I lived in a condo, because it was a 2-story condo, I literally fell down those stairs like all the time. And I don't even mean like in a cutesy way where it's like, oh, I casually tripped down the stairs. Dude, I was falling down the stairs like the full stairs. It was like, I was falling down the stairs all the time. And my parents, Satan would always be like, "Did you fall again?" And I was like, "Yeah." There they go, falling again. There they go. Oh, are they falling again? You could hear me. You could hear me. I'm just very accident prone. Like, things just happen to me. I'm not trying to fall, but things happen. I'm not trying to go down the stairs, but things happen. So I can't live in a place with stairs because I think I'll have like an incident. I'll have an incident. I don't really like comments like, "Do you remember me?" Like, if you haven't been like super active in the community, like, why would I remember you? I'm so sorry, that's not funny. Are you secretly laughing? Are you secretly laughing at my pain, you know? It's fine if you are. It was a little funny. It's fine if you are. It was a little funny. You know, by the end of the condo, I really did figure out the stairs. I figured them out. I figured out those stairs. I didn't have as much as a falling incident. I don't really know what you're talking about, Brady. I don't have any singular idea what you're talking about. I would never. It sounds like you would, though. It's okay. You can laugh. It's okay. I'm very accident prone. It's why I fell the other day and now I'm covered in bruises. It's fine. I mean, don't laugh at that one. I'm in pain. I'm in pain. Next week we can laugh when the bruises are calmed down. Next week we can laugh. Right now, don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. It was crazy though. I haven't had so many incidents like that. Like, maybe that's why it was so embarrassing, because I haven't had so many incidents like that since I was younger. And when I say younger, I just mean like, just young in general. Just young in like a general sense. They say as they giggle. Yeah, because I'm just thinking about it, because I'm remembering me falling down the stairs. They were carpeted stairs, so I was like, I was safer. But it really did, it was really like a I really hit every single stair on the way down. I really did. That's why I'm laughing. That's why I'm like laughing about it. Because I keep thinking, the image is like popping up in my mind sporadically, like a flashbang. But I really haven't had an incident like that since I was young, because I used to be like covered in like band-aids like all the time, because things would just happen. Things just keep happening to me. Like that time the soda machine like fell on me. That time I literally got Wile E. Coyote'd by a soda machine. It fell on top of my whole head. I was like, I don't think anybody's ever been hurt this way. I was like, I don't think anybody has ever experienced this happening to them when they want to go see a movie. I don't think this has ever happened in the history of things that have happened. It came out of the sky, I don't know. I had an anvil fall on top of me. It was a soda machine. It was the soda machine. I just think of that one meme of the old guy tripping on the stairs to Australia. And no, it was, well, it's kind of like that, actually. Okay, it's time for me to wrap up the stream. Time we're gonna wrap up the stream. Tis. Thank you. Thank you so much to everybody that tuned into stream today. You can tell I'm getting EP because I'm slowly slipping into nonverbal death. Thank you. I really do appreciate everybody hanging out with me today. I do. Very topic heavy, not really free flow heavy. Maybe next stream will be topic heavy. I don't really know what I'm going to do next week though, so I have a feeling I'm going to do Tamagotchi Life on Wednesday though. I can't even lie. I'm not doing ASMR. I just don't want to do it. But I have a feeling I just might do Tamagotchi Life on Wednesday. I want to show you guys what I did with my Tamagotchi Island. Have a good start of your week. Well, if it's a bad start, you'll hear about it. But thank you. Yes, if no one's told you today, you're loved, you're valued, and you are appreciated. If no one's told you that, I'm happy to be one person in this lifetime that tells you that you're loved, you're valued, and you are so, 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 so appreciated. If you're wondering who loves you, I do. I love you as much as one stranger can love another stranger. I really gotta emphasize those 2 points. I gotta emphasize it. Stranger. But I do. I want the best for you, truthfully. As much as one stranger could want that for another person. I mean that. I do. I am... Oh, we're at 3 hours? Perfect. Beautiful. 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 Love to hear it. Good. When we make it to the 3 hour mark, I really feel like we've done a stream. If it's less than 3 hours, I'm like, oh, we haven't really streamed. I'm gonna raid Lady Tenko because they're new to streaming and well, at least in their title they're talking about Tamagotchi Life, and obviously I love Tamagotchi Life. I'll be back next week. Wednesday probably, but schedule will be out on Monday or Tuesday, so check my Twitter or check Discord. Join the Discord if you want to find out what happens or when I stream next, or just follow obviously to get the notification for when I stream next. Socials are linked in the about me. Yes, and I think that's it. So as always, until next time, bye.